Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Friday live stream. Today we have the almighty set 3 of the Free-for-All Wars Tournament, which a lot of people have been waiting for. I'm very happy to say it's finally here. Took a bit of planning, it was a bit difficult, and unfortunately some people couldn't quite make it, so we had to replace some players. But we have an excellent lineup here tonight. We got Hummy, we got Excal, we got Frosty Fire. We got so many great players, man. Pablo's here as well. Apex, Raging K. It's gonna be one hell of a set, okay? It's gonna be great. So, very nice. We're finally doing this. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys are gonna be happy to see Excal play as well. Because I had a lot of messages, actually. People saying, I wonder how Excal would do. Or Vivid, or Markar, you know. So we got one of those players. Haha. You know, but I'm not saying that the other guys won't absolutely stomp him. Oh, no. Everything is possible. After all, it is a free-for-all. So, you never know what's gonna happen. It can totally be that one guy who's a somewhat unknown player is going to be absolutely glorious tonight. And that's what's so beautiful about this game type as well. Skill does come into it, of course. But yeah, let's see what the players will be doing for us tonight. Let's see them fight to the death for our entertainment. But yeah, it's Free-for-All Wars Set 3. It's a very nice tournament that has been sponsored by Mr. Wild Communist and hosted by Mr. RVB. So big shout out to those guys for making this possible. And let's fire up the game and see if the players are ready and waiting. I do see them already lined up in the voice chat. As with the previous sets, the players are in the voice chat, muted, so, you know, they can't tell each other stuff. And like that, we know that they are not secretly in another voice chat somewhere else. And we, of course, have the added bonus where if there's a crash warning or something, we can tell them, hey guys, attack, we have a crash warning, which will help increase the chance of the game completing and, you know, fewer crashes and things like that. So, you know, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But yeah, let's see. Got a bunch of players here. Not everyone yet, so maybe let's have a look who is missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So everyone's in the voice chat. We're missing some people. Alright, so I'll wait for the guys to join, and I can actually already host, I guess. Could put the first map on. Why not? Let's have a bit of fun with the first map. That is going to be Flower Oases. A very nice, aggressive map with a lot of money. Too much money, one might say. But that's kind of how we like it as well. Players will have all the freedom to do what they want, how they want. And we will, of course, need to double-check a few things with the players here as well, to make sure their games are set up correctly. And it starts! It starts! Download the map, please. Download the map, please. Please! It's important that we do that correctly. This might not be the only person who's not having the map. Mr. M1B, please download the map. And let's see, we'll wait for a few of the other guys to join. So, as always, we're going to take our time to make sure that everybody has their game running in the correct way, everything's set up correctly, and we're going to have ourselves a great time, because like that, fewer crashes, fewer mismatches, which is how we like it. Now, I know some of you will say, like, Leggy, just play on the new patch and the new CNC or online or Generals Online stuff. Like, yeah, okay, we can do that, but a lot of the software that you guys have come to enjoy over the years doesn't quite work yet for the Generals Online stuff. Plus, it is still not fully stable either. So, as great as it is, it's not exactly a perfect solution at this point in time. Now, that is something that's going to be worked on over the next couple of months for sure. And so, don't worry, we will get there, guys. We will get there. Just, it's not there yet. So, that's why we're continuing with the traditional 1.04, the way we always played it. So, we just need to take a bit of extra care, okay? And then probably most of the games will go okay. But yeah, so we're still missing one more person. Got a private message. Oh. Yikes. And the first technical difficulty has presented itself. It's okay. We'll get it sorted. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright, problem has also fixed itself. Well, there we go. That's what we like, you know, when a problem presents itself, and then it fixes itself too. That's the best way to have problems. Oh, okay. I have a other problem. Do you see the game? Should be able to see the game. And we're still missing 2 more guys. Okay. Yeah, we also have a judge who will be handling the points in the background. And he'll be my confidant for tonight, where we'll be secretly discussing things, which is good. So while the match is going on, you might randomly see the points update. That will be him, as he's judging who gets what points. Of course, we're sticking to the point system. Please download the map. Naughty, naughty, naughty. But, so that's good. We're all in voice chat. Not sure who's missing. Yeah, so everyone's in voice chat, but not everyone is... Yeah, but there is the maps as well. There's a maps channel in the Discord server that was made for this tournament. Yes. It's complicated, guys. It's complicated. There's many moving parts, but we will get there, don't worry. You know, it's... I can understand for the players it would be nicer if we have an easier setup where it's just one button, click to install, and everything's sorted. But there are just a bunch of parts. But that's fine, you know, because once it's done, then it's done. We can enjoy the set, enjoy the games. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, who do you think is actually going to be going on to the finals, right? So let me explain quickly how the layout is of this tournament. So every time a player wins a match, okay, match victory, he gets $30, okay? Real life dollars, okay? The good stuff, right? But we also notice there's a point system, right? So what are the points about? Basically, the two players with the highest points, they will pass on to the finals, okay? Now, you get points for winning matches, you know, coming first, second, or third place, you get points. For killing players, you get points. Also, for the first player kill and the second player kill, you get more points. The information is all in the description if you guys want to read it and check it out. But basically, it comes to this. The more of an impact you have on the actual match by eliminating players or winning, the more points you get, basically, right? Basically. So that is sort of like a filtering process to ensure that whoever reaches the finals is one hefty puppy, you know? And that's what we like, because then we have a finals of the best, because all these guys here, all these players here are all very good already. So, you know, who do you think are going to be the two players that are going to reach the finals? Let's see some people coming with some suggestions in the chat. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to say Excal, but I don't know, man. It's not necessarily a given. Let's put it that way. Alright, so players are still sort of coming in, coming out of the room. So we do have to, let's see. Do I see anything in the Discord here? No, no one's written anything. They're all in the voice chat, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, there's one person missing in the voice chat. Someone doing a quick restart. That's probably what's happening here. And then we'll basically be good to go. Do have to tell the players about the chat rules. These rules have been presented to the players up front. But you know how it is. If you give someone a wall of text, they'll be like, yeah, I'll look at this later. And then they forget to look at it. So, you know, we gotta remind the players. Also quite nice for you guys at home to know about the rules in greater details. And Mr. Cam comes in with a Prime subscription. Hey, thank you very much, good sir. Oh. Oh, yikes. He's... Okay, lobby is full, though. Let me double check here if everyone is in the voice chat. We're missing someone from the voice. We're missing someone from the voice chat. And Discount for Bananas has actually come in with 5 gifted memberships. Why, thank you, good sir. Really appreciate it. Always very fun. You guys can now use the emojis, you know, the funky emojis that Twitch has had for ages, just saying. And then YouTube's like, yeah, that's a cool one. Let's copy that. But, you know, now the folks over on YouTube have access to some cool emojis. All right. So, everyone's here. Everyone's ready. Next step. Did you all close the other radmins? We can only have one radmin active at a time. Otherwise, it increases the chance of DC bugs and loading issues. Please check if you haven't already. All right. I disabled them. Yeah, disabled. Disabled is good. So, only one radmin. One to rule them all. Let's see. What else do we need to do? We need to ask the quick start thing. So is... Oh, no, wait. That's wrong button. Did you guys launch the game normally or on quick start? If you're on quick start, please restart your game so you see the battleships. You see the battleships in the background, then you're good. If you see just a static wallpaper, then it's not good. And just launch the game. There we go. All right. So this is the thing. We're just double checking here because some of the players might be used to these things. Other players might not be used to these things. So that's why it's good when we're all here that we double check these things now, right before we go for it. Lazy says 11 minutes. That's a lot. You're talking about stream delay. Yeah, man. It's, we don't want the players to tune into the stream and be like, oh, everyone's anonymous. Everyone's got anonymous names. And like open up the stream and like, oh, I see that this is Frosty Fire over here. You know? We need a hefty stream delay. For those of you wondering why 11 minutes, it's because we've done some research. And basically around the 11th minute, the game is mostly already fully formed, and it doesn't even really matter who's who. You just have to adjust based on who's the big boy, who's the small guy you can ignore, things like that. It's not necessarily that you're targeting a certain player because of who they are, but more you have to react. So let's say Pablo has 3 islands, you know, and you have, let's say, Excal who has half an island or something. People will still need to look at Pablo because he's going to absolutely obliterate you. You know what I mean? So that's just a quick example there of why it's good that we have this stream delay exactly at that time, right? It's a great time. But yeah, let's see. Did I get any messages? Yes. Nice. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So all are on regular game launch with the battleships, right? It matters because if someone surrenders, it can cause a mismatch otherwise. Haha. You see, it's all these things that we're learning, right, throughout the years. Another thing is finally open up your Gen Tool menu and make sure that camera height is set to +100. So the players need to open that up. It's called camera height, right? Yeah, okay. And that's it. Also very important. And then I think we're good to go. Good to go. Haha. These players are probably getting annoyed here. Mr. Leggy would like to play our game. You know, just had all this amazing caffeine that I want to, you know, have flowing through my body. I don't want to spend all this energy setting up the freaking game. I know, boys. I know. Don't worry, it's all part of it. We'll get there. I can open that. All right, let's see. Did anyone play any other game and didn't restart yet? If so, you have to restart now. Otherwise, we can play. I jumped into a game for 2 seconds. Better to restart them. Yeah. Yeah. So even this, it's true. These are all necessary. And a couple guys restart. And then we'll be good to go, folks. Then we'll be good to go. Haha. So it'll be nice to see these players shine and brutally murder each other. Look at that. Quite a few restarting. Good. Makes us feel a little safer, right? I mean, so far, every time we play this map, it mismatched. And I don't know if it's because of the map or still somebody somewhere forgot to restart or something like that. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I have faith, guys. I have faith. You should too. We're going to have a great match. We're going to have a great set because we have some great players. And the night is young. We're going to enjoy ourselves. 100%. All right. Players are slowly coming back. And I think we are good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the first match? Probably everyone's like, dude, I was ready 10 minutes ago. This is taking forever. I know. Don't worry, guys. We're almost there. Almost there. Okay. Then I think we are good to go. Let me double check that the players are in the voice chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Excellent. All right. Everybody hits accept, except for one guy. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the first match of Free-for-All Wars set number 3? Here we go. Someone not loading. Someone not loading. Oh, man, I swear, man. I swear. Okay, well, that's happening. It would have been nice, though. Look at those armies. Those are some lovely armies. Air Force, stealth, a bunch of nukes, laser. Quite a nice variety, right? Oh, what's this? What is this? Is this the world's slowest load? Oh my god. What is this? Okay, I don't know about you guys, but what is happening here? Did one of the players swap out their PC for a Game Boy Color with internet connection? Like, what is this? Okay. Discount for Banana said, you told me that you will join memberships with me. Fine, fine. I can do it. I can do it. Monster says, bot isn't working. Bot is working great. Don't worry about it. Let's see if I can do the gift memberships. Yeah, let's do it. There we go. We give some memberships. Okay, I don't know how to interpret this this loading bar. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen this. I wonder if the guys are writing something in the Discord, like, what is this? Someone didn't load. Oh, they're loading. At the speed of snails. What the hell? What is this? I'm really lost here, man. I'm really lost. I don't know how this is even possible. Okay. Yeah, what is this, man? What is this? This, something's going on with someone's game there. That loading speed, though. Maybe restart game or PC. I will just tell whoever was lagging. Maybe restart game or PC. The person was loading like that. Yeah, let's restart our game, fellas. Let's do that. Okay, we're one step at a time, right? One step at a time. Yeah. Let me join the voice chat. Okay, hi guys. Whoever was loading at that speed, maybe restart your PC to be on the safe side. Yeah, then we'll start. Hopefully it'll be okay then. There, and that's the beauty, man. I can just hop into the voice chat, tell them all that information. The thing is, we don't know who it was, right? We don't know who it was because they're all anonymous names. But that was something. That was something. So we'll wait for the person to restart their PC and take it from there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, everybody's here already. I mean, that was something, man. I've actually only encountered that a few times, like back in 2004, 2005 when I started playing online. Yes, I'm old, get off my back, right? Like, but to see that in the 2020s, now that is a sight to behold, boys. We're already seeing records broken here. The loading speed, it was just something else. All right, let's go. Tab number 2. Ladies and gents, see how it's gonna work out, right? I see Ryan saying, Pablo, I believe in you. Yeah, man. Let's see. Oh, now it's fine. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hey, man, don't question it. Don't question it. You know, IT problems. Just turn it off and on again. We're good to go. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the first match of Free-for-All Wars Set 3. We have Mr. Excal as Tag General in the hot pink. To the right of him, we have a scary Air Force for Mr. Frosty Fire. To the right of him, we have another Air Force, Mr. Carnage. So the two Air Forces will see each other here. And that is going to be one interesting conflict that is going to ensue. Let's see, down below we have Pablo as a Laser General. So things are going to look a little difficult here for Carnage. But then again, we have another Air Force for Raging K. So Pablo's IRL perspective right now, he scans below. It's like, oh no, it's an Air Force. He scans above him. Oh no, it's an Air Force. Pablo probably not having the easiest of times. Let's see, to the left here, we have Mr. Hami as a Laser General. To the left of him, we have a Nuke General for Mr. Apex. So definitely some interesting armies. We also have a bit of lag, actually. Ooh, look at that. Latency went as high as 45 already. So we're going to have to see some people get killed here. It always helps with the lag, right? If you are in a laggy situation, just remove as many players as possible and everything will be a-okay. You have nothing to worry about then, right? That's the trick. But let's see. I'm curious how Pablo's going to react, because if he's going to go all out rushing on one guy, one of the Air Forces, he will still die to the other Air Force. So perhaps we'll see Pablo saying, you know what, let's not rush either of the Air Forces, because, you know, I'll probably lose anyway. So let's just be a peaceful guy and hope that the Air Forces target somebody else. So that is all possible. We'll just have to wait and see where this match is going to go. Over here, Mr. Humvee coming in with his first Humvee. And latency is getting a bit better. So that's nice. Well, sort of. It is jumping a little bit. Maybe somebody's on the kitchen Wi-Fi there. And let's see. Cam says, I rarely chat. I just enjoy watching. Well, very happy to have you here, sir. What do you think of this attack, eh? Of Mr. Humvee coming in strong on Apex. Apex, of course, as Nuke General, has a bit of a army disadvantage dealing with this situation. The lag, though, is something else. Ooh, 57 latency. Yikes, man. This is not good. Definitely not good. Let's see. Oil grab is coming through on the left-hand side, but the question is, where is the production of Apex? He's trying to build a new war factory up top. Well, let's check in with Mr. Pablo, see what he's up to. So Pablo is still kind of peaceful here. He's not trying to fight any of the Air Forces. Over here, we got an airfield up, and it looks like Frosty Fire is not exactly fighting yellow. No, it looks like there's more of a focus on the tank general, Mr. Excal here. There is a firebase out. Looks like there has been some slight aggression over here already from the Excal, as he's noticing he's next to a freaking Air Force. It's always a great reason to attack a player, you know, when you realize they're Air Force. Because, you know, they can be very ruthless, very dangerous, especially in the mid-game. If you rush them, you have a chance. But if they get to the mid-game, and they get all them lovely general powers and stealth Comanche and stuff like that, life is a little difficult, you know? But let's see what's happening down below here. We have some light aggression, not too much here on Mr. Pablo. In the meantime, Humvee is absolutely destroying Mr. Apex here. There still is a war factory in the back, and we do see Apex has his oil. So he has income, but no way is his income as powerful as that of Mr. Humvee. Humvee on, actually, look at that, 3k per minute. Oh, he didn't get his oil. This is his oil. He hasn't been taken. Yikes, man. How can you not get that other oil? You forgot it, but he did get this one now. So Humvee's income should shoot up, especially taking the supplies here. So this is definitely a problematic position for Apex, as he's going to be relying just on those oils. But yeah, let's see. On the right here, we do have Raging K dealing some good damage to Mr. Pablo. So Pablo didn't get away with it, boys. He didn't get away with it. He was hoping to be left alone, but there you go. Peace Green says yellow. Carnage to... Frosty Fire. Frosty Fire has other problems, man. He has other problems. He has 2 islands, don't peace. Why? It's just a random message out of Apex. I forgot to remind the players that they are only allowed to write 2 messages per game. It is written in the rules, but like I said, players sometimes don't remember to read all the rules. So it might be good to remind the players after this match. That being said, I don't think Apex is going to be around for much longer, as he literally has 1 dozer that's trying to be kept alive by Red Guard. Not exactly the best unit to keep you alive. Oh, what's this? Ah, there we go. That is the dozer hunt, boys. So that is basically Apex out. All he's got is a half-destroyed barracks here. He's losing the oils as well, so he has absolutely nothing. He's got 2.6k, and that's about it. Humvee getting a very clean first player kill there. Let's see. We have Rage K still continuing the aggression. Pablo is just kind of struggling. He's also got an Avenger out. But we don't actually see an airfield. So interesting that he's gone for an Avenger. Maybe to help with... Oh, look at this! Yellow now coming in. But Yellow's actually attacking everything. Look at this. Yellow's attacking the Chinook, as well as the Humvees of Raging K. I don't know if he just thought they were Humvees or they're all units of Pablo, but it's strange that he would attack and the Chinook and the Humvees of Pablo, as well as the Humvees of Raging K. He's just attacking everything. Maybe he's just looking to get some XP here. And it's like, hey, I could just fly in with my Raptors, get some great kills in. That's going to give me great XP. And if I'm level 3 as an Air Force, it puts me in a great position. That could be very well the case. Strat Center is up now for Mr. Carnage. And he's sending in those Raps. He doesn't care. He's coming in with Humvees as well. So he wants to finish off what's left over here of this player. Maybe this is why we saw the Avenger being created. And Yellow snaking in pretty big here on Mr. Pablo. Yeah, not much that Pablo can do here. Is he going to use the PDL as well to keep the Humvees alive? That would be lovely. Ah, he's trying. Yeah, he's trying. He's trying, man. Look at that. Not exactly having a good time doing it, but he's managing somewhat. He's keeping some of those Humvees alive just a little longer to gun down more of the missile defenders. In the meantime, somehow Apex is still playing, but he's got nothing, so he's literally dead. He's a dead man walking. So even if Pablo were to quit out at this point, it's not like this would count as the first player kill. This would be the second player kill. Interestingly enough, there's still a war going on between Frosty Fire and Excal at the top. And oh, that laser lock, man. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that. That's how you can kill an Emperor, all right. Emperors are notoriously difficult to kill, but when you get a whole load of missile defenders laser locking like that, yeah, it goes fast. He might want to put bombardment in a case like this as well, just to try and use that cannon. If the units keep parking over here, can really do a lot of damage that way. But these vetted Gats, they are now shattering the army here of Frosty Fire. So a number of players are coming close to death. We do have level 3 though. There is a strat center. We could see some general powers coming in. And that is this guy gone, dying to the A10. So that is Apex eliminated by Mr. Hummy. And Pablo is still not quite dead yet. He's sort of trying to recover. He has income. He's building a new barracks. He's trying to deal with the armies here of Carnage. Ooh, look at that guy. The Humvee was just shooting with the cannon. The regular gun. Shooting at the Raptor. Naughty boy. He's not allowed to do that. And we see, look at this. Oh man, Excal completely overrunning Frosty Fire here with a massive amount of units. Frosty Fire very low on income, and Excal on 11k per minute. Definitely having a good time pumping out the units. Carbon Bomb comes in, not exactly on target, gets 2 Gat tanks. But let's be honest, boys, it's not going to be long here for... Oh, is he Dozer hunted as well? The Dozer hunted Mr. Frosty Fire, who's now eliminated. Pablo could just about be considered still alive because he still has income, still has a command center. He doesn't have much left either. But we did see the surrender coming in there for Frosty Fire, so I suspect that's going to be 2 points going to Excal for getting the second player kill. 1 point going to... Well, actually, no, this might have been a 2v1, actually, because we did see Raging K coming in, doing severe harassment to Pablo earlier. So I'll leave that up to the judge to decide whether that's a point for Mr. Carnage or whether that's a 2v1. In the meantime, you can see Raging K has been clearing out the base here of Hummy. And this is the thing, man. Remember what I was saying while we were waiting? I said around the 11th minute, the game is basically already fully formed, right? The big boys start becoming the big boys. And you have to play it based on what everyone has, not based on who everyone is. Right now, you can see we have a bunch of colors that are definitely larger than others. Orange right now, Mr. Hummy. Not looking great. And Stealth Comanche coming in. Whoa. Is that a Dozer hunt just randomly coming in from Mr. Raging K with Stealth Comanche? Yeah, he has to kill the CC here, but Raging K, man, that was like a very unexpected hit and run there. Nicely done. Raging K clearing out Hummy. And we have a push on the right-hand side. Ladies and gentlemen, Carnage wants blood. He sees Raging K and thinks, that's an excellent target. Doesn't quite... Was that the strat center? But let's see what's happening here. And at the same time, we also have a push up top. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is attacking clockwise. Apart from Hummy, he's orange. He's just trying to survive. Nice defense here from Carnage. Buys him enough time to send that army up north. The army that was actually pushing on Raging K, now coming back home to reinforce. No drones on the Humvees. He cannot engage this. He can have huge losses. He needs the drones. Oh, man. Forgetting the drones could be catastrophic in a situation like this. Because if you have drones, the Gat tanks will naturally target the drones. And drones have insane armor to Gatling. That being said, he actually cleared this up quite nicely. Drones kick in just about. And the push continues. So now we actually have a counter push coming in from Mr. Carnage. Let's see. Lots of Gat tanks. Do we have any MiGs out? Or any Overlords could also potentially work. Overlords, again, microed, can absolutely shred an army like this. I hear an arty barrage. Let's see, is that on the strat? It is on the strat. Even beaconed here nicely by Excal. Gat tanks with the chain gun upgrade. They can be very ruthless. But just the sheer number of Humvees here of Carnage makes it very hard for Excal to push. But look at that. Mixed success. A number of Humvees do go down. Now, the Gat tanks are relatively cheap. They're only $700 as opposed to Carnage, who probably spends $900 per Humvee. Some of you might be like, Leggy, you're not mathing right. Yeah, but the scout drone costs $100 and everybody always gets a scout drone. In the meantime, Raging K has finished off what was left of Hummy using the very lovely stealth Comanche. Check it out. Now we hit the 11th minute. Now look at the situation. Even if everyone knows who's who, it doesn't matter. You gotta play it based on what's going on here, right? Based on how huge the players are, how they're reacting. Right now, we can see that Excal is in a bit of a bind. He's spamming mostly Gats. I do wonder if Overlords would have helped. They are pricier, but they have way more health against tow missiles. An Overlord with just a few Overlords and a few ECMs could do a lot of work here. Even the Dragon Tanks, good call, switching it up. We don't have Black Napalm, but if these guys start firestorming away over here, the Flame Wall, it can really deal a lot of damage. Let's see if we spot any Stealth Comanche out of yellow, out of Carnage. Doesn't seem to be the case. They could really help in a situation like this. EMP coming in from Excal, nice. Because Stealth Comanche are really nice to just go to the back of the base and just take out whole portions, whole sections. And that EMP is spot on! Wow! Look at that! Look at that! The whole army is gonna get shredded! Yikes, man! I love it! Just like that! Excal has wormed himself into a good position. And at the same time, we see a push coming in from Mr. Raging K. Raging K coming in nice and aggressive. And now pushing Carnage back to a lot smaller base, right? So if you look at the situation where things are going here, there's it's not looking very good here for Mr. Carnage. The Gat tanks here are going to be defensive. But one thing's for sure, Raging K is looking at this situation and he's realizing he's in a great spot. Carpet bombing the strat center. He knows that right now, Carnage, the yellow player, is caught with his pants down. If the attack comes in now, and if it is successful, it will be the end of Carnage. But Carnage has a few tricks up his sleeve, comes in with an A10 as well as a fuel air. Let's see if that's going to hit. Let's see it. Let's see it. It actually drops, but look at that split. Very well done from Mr. Raging K as he tries to get his units outside of the blast zone of those General Powers. But by doing so, a number of the Humvees actually do go close to the attacking units of Carnage. A lot of the Humvees of Carnage do shred the army. So even though you might say, well, the General Powers themselves didn't do much, they actually positioned the army here very poorly for Raging K, where it still dealt some damage. And the Comanche, look at this, man. Look at this beautiful place. This is all that's needed to finish off the man. Very well done. Carnage without a command center. Dozer hunted, has nothing left. Being absolutely eradicated here by Raging K. Very nicely played. Raging K rocking a 29k per minute. That is Carnage destroyed. And let's see what's going to happen here. Is the tank general, Mr. Excal, ready for it? He has a full internet center by the looks of it. He has a second spy satellite, so he can see the whole map. He knows how big Raging K is. This is the moment where Excal needs to deal damage. If he can deal damage right now, then he has a chance. If his army, if Excal's army doesn't achieve anything, it's over. It's absolutely over. And these Comanche gotta go. They gotta die if Excal wants to have a chance to win this. Those Comanche can absolutely obliterate everything. Just fly to the back of the base, take out the power plants. There was a nuke here that got destroyed as well. But this is what it's about. And I don't know about you guys, but I just get a feeling that a Moab is on the way. It won't be too long before Raging K will just Moab this. Just get rid of it. There it is! There it is! There it is! That right there is the attack pattern of a Moab as it's coming in. Where's it coming in? Right here. Oh, man. Look at this. Bullseye. Takes out a big chunk of the units there. And now Excal is in a world of trouble. He knows he basically lost it. There's nothing he can do as Raging K is controlling this match, dominating the map with the map control, the Comanche. Look how many Comanche there are. The only way to kill this is with a perfectly placed EMP bomb from the China player that is Excal. There's no way you can kill this tank general. Hey, what are you gonna do? Get a few bunker elixirs or something? Doesn't matter. Doesn't make sense to do that. Even if you fill your base with Gats, by doing that, you'll waste so much money on defenses and Gat tanks that the enemy will just take that opportunity, take the rest of the resources on the map, and they'll just take you out. See a bit of a misclick here with the Spectre. Lots of Humvees pushing in on all the Gats. Next guy's trying, man, but he doesn't have a good concave here. He doesn't have a good attack pattern. And Raging K enjoying life right about now. Look at that. 13k per minute versus 33k per minute. He's actually put hold the line as well on the strat center. That's what those 3 letters are. Blitz says, no combat Chinooks. Not yet. We do have a lot of Comanche, though. Look at that, man. Look at that. And the more veterancy these puppies get, the more difficult they become to kill. They are so difficult to get rid of. Even this, just coming in, taking out some economy like this makes a huge difference. This section alone was going to provide Excal with around 4k per minute, and right now he loses that. And again, that makes such a difference. For a man who needs money, those things make such a difference. Excal's trying, but he's struggling here. That's for sure. Definitely struggling. All them Humvees, man. And the oil's now getting captured up top by Raging K. Raging K has these oils as well. Got a load of particle cannons too. Now he's just having a party, right? With all those particles. Bit of a mismicro here by the looks of things. Loses a couple of Comanche, but not even too bad. If you look at how many there still are, it's insane. And because some of them have veterancy, like they're vet 2, they have 2 chevrons, they actually auto-heal as well. So it makes them even more lethal. Oil's just getting destroyed at this point by Excal. Interesting approach. I'm not sure what would be better for him at this stage. When you're so strapped for cash, is it better to try and steal the oil? Or is it there literally no point when the enemy has all these Comanche and will just take it the moment you're not looking? Probably it is the right call, just to destroy it. Which must really hurt, right? When you are so strapped for cash that you have to destroy the oil derricks because you know that there's no real chance for you to benefit off them. And if you kill them, then you can just make sure the enemy can't take it. Man. Crazy. These Comanche, man, you can see how he's microing them. He's constantly moving them about. He's just looking to make those hit-and-run attacks. And they are very good to do. 4 particle cannons can also definitely decide this game here. Ultimately, the moment the oils are gone here in the back, because we did see the internet center did get destroyed by the Comanches earlier. The moment the oils are gone, yeah, this is a long-distance collection. That is basically over. Carpet Bomber comes in, not exactly on target. Kills 1 GAT, not too bad. Raging K's income is dropping. For those of you wondering, how's that possible? It's because a lot of the supplies are drying up, right? So oil lasts forever. It's an ever-giving resource. But supplies, they dry up. A lot of Comanche went down, but again, it's one of those situations where the whole army got cleaned up. EMP on the right here. Was this maybe a hopeful attempt to stop Comanche, or was this a way to stop production to prepare a big assault? There are some GATs here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Because even this, a nicely placed leaflet or a nicely placed Moab, you take out 75% of them. It's, Excal, if he wants to win this, he needs to have overwhelming numbers. Because whatever he does here, if he doesn't have overwhelming numbers, if he doesn't have literally 50 GAT tanks coming in, then Raging K will still be able to deal with it. Even Tomahawks coming in here. And there we go, a leaflet gets placed down. Leaflet does come all the way from the bottom of the map here. Look how far away this is from its target. He's not even wasting any time. He's not even waiting for the leaflet. He knows he has enough Comanche and just goes for it. Loses 3 Comanche or 4. And takes out a whole load of GAT tanks. Somehow, though, Excal's income is still there. It's not reducing to 0. And I think it's a lot of the long-distance supply collection that's actually doing the trick. Not too many oils left for Excal. Those particle cannons are soon ready, and we know where they're going. Right here, boys. That oil. He's probably going to hit the oil and then hit the prop and the war factory. That will be a really nice particle cannon hit. But let's see. There's also a nuke silo out. Probably 2 particles will go on that. The carpet bomber comes in from Mr. Excal on the army. Could actually hit the target. Let's see. Where's this carpet bomber coming from? Over here. Look at that. Glorious B-52 moving in. Gonna see if it can drop. Not sure if this is spotted by Raging K or whether he's just retreating his units to a better position. Couple Comanche get taken out. Quite a few Comanche have died, right? There were a lot more. But there's still so many alive. Let's see if he's going to go for the nuke. I mean, at this point, he doesn't need to do these risky attacks. When he has those particle cannons that he can literally use every 4 minutes, it is just so worth to do that. And this might just be the killer blow. Losing this supply. This has been an excellent source of income for Excal. In the meantime, the units pushing in from Excal. This is what it's about. This engagement right here. Can Excal do anything to break through? Or is this Raging K's game? Let's see. The Tomahawks putting in the works. Doing a great job destroying everything here. Only a handful of Gat tanks still alive. And let's see. Particle cannon goes in and destroys the war factories. Not the oil, surprisingly enough. But hey, no, still dealing damage is still good. Is he going to take out this supply as well? And there we go for the oil. And that is the GG. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a very nicely played game there. Very well done by Mr. Raging K. Coming in with a match victory. Dealing some huge damage to Excal there. And ensuring himself a nice victory by keeping a lot of that income. By being alert. Realizing he could have taken out Carnage, realizing that Excal was not that much of a threat based on what he had. And Raging K coming in with a nice victory there. But yeah, that was nice. That was good. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me join the voice chat and tell the guys to restart their game. It's probably easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're missing someone. Guys, we're going to start the next match. Please restart your game. It's very important that everyone restarts the game. Otherwise, the odds of a mismatch is probably like 80% or something. You know, so yeah. Restart, please. Okay, and let me private message the other person who's not in voice. Please restart your game. It's very important. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us restart the game then, right? If we have no choice. I have to say, that was some lovely action.
Challenge everything.
All right, let's do it. The next map is going to be Swamp Assault, which is lovely. Very nice map. We've had insane action on this map before. You all restarted your game. Also, select your name for match 2. Because we have someone there with the old name. All right. No. Well, 2 chat messages per match. I'll say it again when I host. Yeah, just waiting for the players here. Did already. Okay. All right, waiting for a couple guys, and then we're gonna jump into the next match. Yeah. What do you guys think so far, huh? That was a lot of good action, wasn't it? That was so much nice action. Let's see, let's see. And a lovely Moab here. Oh, look at this. I love the Moabs. Moab's so gorgeous, huh? So nice, so lovely. We also had an absolute killer EMP from Excal here. This was Excal EMPing the Humvees of Carnage as they were driving away. Oh, man. This right here could have actually made a big difference. If that EMP didn't hit, there was actually a chance that Carnage would have taken him out. So there is that, guys. There is that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think I can still count. M1H, change your name to the next match, please. And we're still missing one person. Not entirely sure where the other person is. This guy hasn't realized. Whatever. Let's just host. Put on the next map. And that will be Swamp Assault. Yeah. Okay. There we go. There we go. And everyone's trickling in. We'll start here. Wait for the last guy to join. Okay, I'll go in the... Okay. One sec, guys. We're missing one guy. Please join. All right. So I gotta wait for the last person to join. Then I'll tell them, make sure you restart your game. And then I tell them about the chat. Because it's true, I forgot to mention the thing about the chat. Like I said earlier, it is in the rules. The players should have read the rules. We're only giving out friendly reminders. So it's not that the players should rely on these friendly reminders. They are in the rules. So basically, the chat rules come down to this. You're allowed 2 chat messages per match. The idea behind it is that it doesn't become a whole chat warfare where everyone's like, hey, that guy's big, go attack him. And, you know, all that kind of stuff. Because we've had those things in the past, and some of you might think, oh, that's really fun. But it's not. It just kind of delves into a weird chat war where the guy with better chatting skills and keyboard warrior skills ends up winning the game, you know. And it's, you know, we're here for the skills, man. We're here for the skills. That's what we like. So, you know, that's why this is kind of set up like this. All right, did you all restart your game? If the players actually chat more, they will lose a point. Just like that. So, nice. Okay. So let me say the chat rule real quick. Players are allowed to write 2 chat messages per match. That's two chat messages. And then other points. But don't worry, they're not final. Actually, I can check him. Actually, I can check him. I'll tell you after I say the thing about the chat. But yeah, the chat. So you could say 2 chat messages per match in game. You can say 1 chat message out of game. So like here I'm in lobby and stuff. Any extra chat message equals -1 point. Don't write okay green peace. That's 2 messages. Don't say stop and then I'm dying. That's 2 messages. You get to write so spend them wisely. Don't write gibberish either. So it's yeah. So two games in game and then what? No, 2 messages per match in game. 2 message. I can't type. 2 messages per match in game. There. Per match. Yeah. So they know. All right. Okay. Let me say the points. Apex is on 0, Carnage 2, Excal 4, Frosty 0, 3, Pablo 0, Raging 6. Points are not final. They can be discussed after the set. Don't worry about it. If you think they should be different. Okay, let's play. But hey man, guys, look how smooth the previous game went, huh? Look how smooth. No crashes, no mismatches, all good, right? So that's the thing, man. If we have good preparation, it increases the chance things go smoothly. Okay, we're still not completely in the clear, you know, it's not guaranteed. But hey man, when we try our best, things generally work out better, I guess. Let's see. Ooh, we finally have some GLAs up in here. Nice. Kind of missing that in the previous match, right? And we have a little bit of lag coming in, but we're here, boys. We're here. Mr. Frosty Fire as a normal USA who probably will not build paladins, okay? Hummy over here as the laser. And we got a stealth general for Mr. Excal in the orange. The red player Raging K as Air Force. I have to say, Air Force twice, man. He's having a good time, for sure. We have a GLA over here for Mr. Apex. Also a nice army to have, but, you know, not so great when you're in between 2 USAs. We have Mr. Carnage over here as a laser. And we have Mr. Pablo Escobar as Super Weapon General. So let's see, man. We love these kind of armies, man. Super Weapon General is fun. Stealth General is fun. You know, Demolition General, also one of those fun armies. We didn't see it yet. Hopefully we'll get to see some... Demolition General action as well. Air Force, definitely fun though, right? Definitely fun. But yeah, this time we only have 1 Air Force. You know, there's 12 playable armies, so you can do the math on the statistical likelihood of somebody getting Air Force twice in a row. It's not very high. It's not very high. But I'm sure he's happy that he's Air Force. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? Who wouldn't be? Actually, Air Force does have a downside to it, which is that you are likely to get rushed. Now, the thing is, this guy isn't a USA, and this guy isn't a USA. So neither of them knows that red over here, Raging K, is an Air Force. They don't know it. But let's see what's happening over here. Looks like we have a drop from Mr. Frosty Fire onto Hami. Hami having a bit of a hard time here, but is cleaning it up. Bunch of doses going down, one for each player. So there is that. And a whole load of missile defenders coming out. We still have the command center here. So even though there are no dozers left here for purple, for Hami, it's really not that big a deal because he could just build another dozer as he does right now. And that's sort of one of the problems when you go with an all-out rush. If you go with an all-out rush, you better get results. Also, we have a slight mismicro here from Mr. Raging K as he has 4 Chinooks on 1 supply. He probably wants to put 2 and 2. Hasn't quite done that. Apex with a technical. Looking for a way into the base of Raging K. Raging K did some nice aggression there. And what comes out? 2 happy fellas wanting to give the structure a hug. Take it out. Very nice. Right now, we do actually see Raging K in a world of trouble already because he doesn't have any real defense. He doesn't have any real units defending. And he hasn't figured out that he's mining off of a single supply. And that's going to cost him. That might just cost him the game. A situation like that, right? Let's see. More continued assaults coming in here from Mr. Frosty Fire. Wants to annoy Hami a little bit. Hami is doing a decent job defending here. Doesn't look like there's such heavy losses. But it is costing some mining time, some collection time. Let's see if there's a plan to get oils or something. Oh, they are already taken. So Frosty is actually in a better position here because he does have that oil. So that is very nice. You see down below here, we have some light aggression between Carnage and Mr. Pablo. Look at that. Lovely, right? Lovely. All you need sometimes is just one unit. The right unit in the right place. EMP Patriot shut down that Humvee and it was basically a free kill. Well, let's see what's happening at the top here. Looks like another Terratech just came in there. Took out the War Factory. So, yeah, it's not looking too great here for the Air Force General. Yeah, he's just realized it. He's just realized it, man. He's like, oh my god. Nice map, he says. I don't think this was the problem of the map, but that's it. That is a nice kill there for Mr. Apex, claiming the first victim in this match. So he did a good job there. And I'm sure he's happy. He took out the first player. And hello, who are you? Oh, wow. If this guy showed up just a little sooner and grabbed the Air Force General Dozer, it would have completely changed the nature of this match, fellas. Completely. But let's see what's happening here. We have another drop here of units. So it's an interesting approach that Frosty's taken. He's constantly dropping, right? Constantly. And that makes it very difficult for these Chinooks to collect in peace, right? So he's constantly moving these guys about to try and maximize collection. You actually see flashbangs here, very useful. When you see an enemy constantly going for troops, flashbangs are so powerful. The AoE damage, lovely, absolutely lovely. Got a couple of Humvees out. He's putting the ranges in Humvees. Good call. So right now, it's basically over for Frosty Fire when it comes to the rushes. He can't really do the exact same rush again because Hami has held on long enough to now have a very good defensive force out. So if another drop comes in, Yellow, why? Peace, or we both lose. And that is the first chat message for Mr. Hami, who's getting a little frustrated. And Yellow has to accept. I don't know if this was the good decision here from Hami, because he could have recognized that Yellow was, in fact, in a bit of a problematic situation, right? When you do all those drops and they don't really achieve much, could have seen a counter push. I don't know. But at the same time, he's probably worried that somebody else is just way bigger, which is not entirely a bad analogy, especially around the 5th minute. You usually have one guy who starts to get pretty big. Right now, that person is Apex. But since Hami doesn't have a strat center, he doesn't know who the big boy is. It could be his neighbor to the left. So it's interesting that he's taken that approach. He wants to be a little more on the peaceful side. Burton comes in. Gonna place TNT here. And that's Mr. Carnage's... I put remote! Why did you put the remote demo charge, dude? Why did you put the remote one? Always do the time demo charge, man. Because the remote one, when the Burton dies, the remote demo charge disappears. Pinklets peace. Interesting. You know, I have to say, this set is completely different from the other sets, okay? Completely different if you see the playstyle. And I'm not saying that as a criticism, all right? That's not me saying, oh, the other players were better or they were worse. No, just different. If you look at how much the chat has already been utilized, where people are very aware of there must be a scary boy out there, and it ain't me, so I'm scared, right? It's very interesting. But a lot of players have already used the chat message. They've got to be careful, because they're only allowed 2 chat messages, and after that, if they use another chat message, they lose a point. Which in the other sets... Hello. In the other sets, we actually saw players refusing to use chat messages, probably because they were scared that if they would forget that they use chat messages, then they could lose points, right? So, what's scarier than not winning a match? Well, losing points. That really hurts. So that's why the players are like this. But in this set, it's very curious how this is going to be played out. Like the rest of the night, right? I'm actually really excited to see how the players are going to play this set. Because I suspect we're going to have a case where someone's going to forget, use 3 messages and lose a point. Just because the desire to inform people, to say something, or to try and establish peace yet again. Mind you, if you use a chat message and lose a point, but because of that you win the game, it's totally worth it, right? It's totally worth it. So, there is that. Buggy's coming out for Mr. Apex. Definitely what he needs. Got a load of technicals here. Got some quads too. But he needs buggies to easily deal with this situation. Carnage. Definitely putting in the works on Mr. Apex. The interesting thing is, if everybody's piecing with everyone, then nobody really is having peace, right? Because, let's say purple and yellow piece, right? But then pink and cyan piece, then yellow, or what is it? Yellow will just start fighting with somebody else. Purple will just start fighting with someone else, so it isn't guaranteed that you're going to be left alone. In fact, here we go. Yellow now. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Risky pop, man. Very risky. Latency's okay, though. It's at 16. Only lost 1 quad, too. That was a very close call. But let's see. Some good XP coming in here for Mr. Frosty Fire. The normal USA. See up top, we have a nice army as well. And just like that, Excal, the orange stealth general, has to choose where to put his armies to defend. Does he want to defend the middle? Does he want to defend the outer perimeters of his base? He has to choose. And look at this. Look at this guy. He's popping from both sides here. He's popping over here. He's popping up top. He's trying to shoo away these armies. He's trying to tell them, both these players, like, hey, man, I can take you out if I want to. Look at this. He's going back in the tunnel just to pop over here again. And that's the beauty of GLA tunnel network system. It's instant. It is faster than the speed of light. Shiro says, chatting is a skill too, though. Yeah, it is, but it's not the skill we like to see. We want to see great strats. We want to see people plan things out, how they want to get a victory in and things like that. Ooh. I just want that oil orange, says Hummy. And we see the capture of the dozer just as he wrote that message. Where did he place the scaffold? Over here. He's got it, boys. He's got it. Mr. Excal has officially stolen Laser General, one of the best armies to steal. In the meantime, we have a push onto Mr. Frosty Fire here. Pablo dealing insane damage. Frosty Fire completely outside of his base here with the units dealing good damage in the middle. Not planning. And we have another message. Is this the second or the third message? I wonder. Alphas, come out! Missed the target completely. Pablo struggling to get the kill in there. And Frosty paying attention. But these Humvees have dealt insane damage already. Pablo, already level 2. Having a good time. Frosty is level 3 now. Another Alpha comes in. This one's definitely on target, boys. Ow! Look at that. And it won't be long before we see the end of Frosty here. He didn't quite expect a push coming in from pink. Cyan Orange has all mid +2 islands. Oh, that's a lot of messages. That's 2 messages there. And wow, that A10. That A10, man. That A10. Not sure if Apex had already written something before, but that was 2 messages coming out. Yeah, the players gotta be careful. I think they're all done. Everyone's already said as many messages as they can say. And that's the thing. Now, it's all about gameplay. Right now, there's no... Ooh, that demo trap! There's no way you can show off with chat. You gotta show off with muscle and skill. Yeah, I got my confidant on Discord confirming, the judge who's watching behind the scenes. He's saying nearly everyone has used all their messages. Excal and Apex have used both their messages. Okay, wow. Interesting, very interesting. Let's see, push also here from Mr. Carnage. Dealing good damage. Oi, 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 oi. No need to be rude, no need to be rude. Somebody having a hard time here. Wants to show some bad sportsmanship there. Hey man, it's okay. It's free for all. People can attack you. They can come in from all directions. And at the end of the day, it's still worth doing if it gets you a player kill. There wasn't too much presence over here from Apex, so I'm pretty sure that if Carnage keeps going, he gets the point. He gets the player kill. Let's see, on the right, there's still this attack going on with Pablo. Pablo now reaching level 4 as a super weapon general. I mean, let's be honest, man. It's not looking good for Frosty here. Frosty Fire has very little. Does he even have a dozer? I don't think he has, right? No, it doesn't look like it. So Frosty Fire is basically getting eliminated here. He's building that dozer. But just the sheer amount of Auroras and general powers that Pablo can use, the Humvees coming out, is basically over here. There's nothing that Frosty can do. Nice laser lock coming in, but doesn't deal enough damage. In the meantime, though, Carnage really clearing out what's left of Apex here. GG says yellow. Mr. Frosty Fire eliminated here by Mr. Pablo. That's the second player kill there for Pablo. So he gets a couple points. I'm sure he's happy about it. I'm sure Carnage was hoping to eliminate Blue before doing that, so he would have gotten 2 points. Because you get 3 points for the first player kill, 2 points for the second player kill, and then 1 point for every other player kill. Palace gets attacked. Nice A10 strike coming in. And that is a wounded Palace. Could be engaged. He's evacing the units. Now that's pretty clever here, just to make sure that he doesn't have any losses. So infantry take very little damage from missiles, but Humvees, they take a lot. Look at that. He accidentally moved on in position and he loses it. And that is basically the end of Apex here. He's trying to hang on at the bottom, but I mean, I doubt that he's going to have any success here. You see big Humvee army of Pablo on the right-hand side. Whoa, that's a lot of dead Humvees. Looks like suspected gunship or alphas. Cleared up all the stuff on the right here. Let's see. A lot of very aggressive action tonight. I love it. Really love it. Carnage is just finishing off what's left of Apex there. And we see Excal gently growing on the left. Leaflet here doesn't quite hit the target. Doesn't quite connect, but that's fine. Pablo doesn't really need the leaflet. He's already got a big Humvee army. There's only a couple of Humvees out here for Hummy. Hummy's not even level 3, man. He just knows it. He's out. And look at that. Another kill comes in. I don't think Excal actually attacked here, so I'm pretty sure that this is just a clean player kill for Pablo. So, no, wait. No, it was Yellow who attacked, right? Yeah, it was Yellow. It was Yellow. So the judge will have to see whether points are handed out or whether that's classified as a 2v1. Nice hit on the buses. And look at this Pablo, man. Pablo is normally, if you see him in casual free-for-all games, he's so much more passive. He's so much more relaxed. But he's like, this is a challenge. I'm gonna get those points. I'm gonna get to the finals. I'm gonna show everyone how it's done. And let's be honest, he's showing us how it's done. He's doing so well. He has alphas, right? He is super weapon. He doesn't even have countermeasures. Does he have advanced training? No, he doesn't. In all fairness, maybe it's worth not getting advanced training so these guys don't get vetted up. So you don't hand out XP so much when they do die. But it's clear, man. Excal, who's growing quite nicely here, is going to be facing off against Pablo and or Carnage. Carnage's Humvee army here is kind of exposed. No tow missile yet. No advanced training yet. I think Carnage has been very busy with the micro. He's a bit strapped for cash, too. If you look at that, he's got one supply here. He's got an oil, just a few supply drop zones. He really doesn't have that much. We could see a situation where it's not going to be Excal, but it's actually going to be Pablo coming in on Carnage to try and take him out. Just because Pablo has all the right ingredients to do that. A bunch of stealth workers casually walking into the base here. Hello. Let's have a quick look if there are other stealth workers. Yeah, Pablo doing a good job. So Pablo's feeling the pressure here. He knows that it's going to be him versus Excal. He knows it. He knows it, boys. It's not messing around. But look at this. If you are Pablo right now, you could annihilate and take out Carnage in how many minutes? 1 or 2 minutes is enough. But then again, maybe, just maybe, Pablo's going to see Carnage as an ally against Excal, because Excal is, right here, a GLA with power, with laser general technology. That is very good to have. The point defense laser of the Avenger that stops rockets is very useful, especially against like Tovies and stuff like that. Also, it's a great anti-air unit. And of course, because Excal is a GLA, once he hits level 5, he's going to be able to do a sneak attack, which is going to be absolutely scary as hell. If he just does a sneak attack over here, pops a whole load of units, he can eat up the base from the inside out. So we'll need to see some Twitch reactions coming in from Mr. Pablo to deal with that. And maybe, just maybe, Excal is also attacking Carnage to get a lot of XP, because he knows he can get it. A very well-defended super weapon general. It's going to be harder to get that XP. Let's see. Excal does have a strategy center with S&D. You can see that here. So his units get 20% extra range. That also applies to the buggies. Here, look at this. He's literally forfeiting the middle to try and take out Carnage. It could also be that he's like, hey, I could just get some points here by easily taking this guy out. He's quite small. Right? Because there's a strategy center out for Excal, he can see how big Carnage is, or how small he is, I should say. And he's like, I could just take this guy out. Command center exposed, taken out. How many dozers are there? There's just the one. Just the one. There's a good chance we'll see a sneak attack coming in very soon. Look at that. He's hitting level 5. A sneak attack over here could be detrimental. Just take out the dozer, take out the player. He spends those points right away. Now the question is, does he know where the dozer is? Is he going to sneak attack here and finish this guy off? Or is he just going to rely on the buses and Carnage just quits out organically? Very nicely done for Excal. Anthrax bomb being placed down in the middle here. Is it going to be on target? Oh, boys! Oh, look at that! Oh! But the very fast ambulance! Ah, man. Pablo bringing his A-game tonight, boys. Pablo bringing his A-game tonight. And here we are. Pablo versus Excal. Super weapon versus stealth plus laser. Oh, man. It is going to be a juicy one. But one thing I have to point out, though, is look at that income per minute. Excal, although he's been a little bit more, how should I say, not focused on killing players, right? Just a little bit. He does have an insane income. He has a lot of black markets, and he does have the cash bounty as well. And that's going to help him a lot. But we do have alphas out of Pablo. We do have a super weapon here, a particle cannon out of Pablo. There are ways that Pablo can still win it. And he is definitely playing very well tonight, Mr. Pablo. And here comes that sneak attack exactly in the location where I said it. Let's see if we have that Twitch reaction coming in from Mr. Pablo. Does he have something? He's sending out a Moab. Is that on target? Yes, boys, it is. Destroys half his base in doing so. But the threat has been neutralized with full shock and awe, allowing him to continue to push up top and focus here, instead of having to worry what's happening in his base. Also, annihilating a full tunnel's worth of units does kind of open up the way here. And what is happening here is Pablo literally trying to camp the production. This is a very interesting strategy here from Pablo. If he can pull this off, if he can camp the production, then there is definitely a bit of a problem here for Excal. But there's so many arms dealers here. There is a tunnel, there's a palace. There's no way that Pablo can do it. Loses the whole army. The whole army going down here. Alpha coming in a little too late. If that came in a little sooner, it would have made all the difference. Man, I have to say, these legends are definitely fighting it out to the death. Let's see, do we have any other alphas? Doesn't look like it. And the strat center was destroyed because he had to Moab it. He had to use a Moab. Let's watch that back. He had to do something, guys, because this could have been a game ender right here, right now. There we go. Excellent hit. Takes out his own strat center. And that's sort of the weakness of Super Weapon General. You need a strategy center. If you have a strategy center, you can get Auroras. You can get EMP, you can get supply drop zones. You can get particle cannons. You need to get those things up as a Super Weapon General. If you don't have a strategy center, you cannot build those things. You cannot build multiple strategy centers. You can only build one. And that is why Pablo is going to struggle in this game. Because if Excal literally just with his own Scud Storm fires away and keeps hitting the strat center, Pablo has no real chance of winning this. The income here is sort of neutralizing. You can see Excal's income is dropping a little bit. That is in part due to him not fighting, because he gets a lot of money from cash bounty. So when he fights, you'll see the money go up. And in part, it's because a lot of the supplies are just drying up around the map. But this is also something that affects Mr. Pablo. So Pablo's also going to have a hard time here. And Mr. I'll Make You Eargasm says, pizza, beer, generals, carnage. What more do you want on a Friday? Well, I'm glad you're enjoying, man. I'm glad you're enjoying. Players are definitely doing a great job here. Pablo, look at this. He's not scared to take an engagement like this. He's not scared. And this is Excal he's playing against, you know. Excal is generally seen as the best player, or one of the best players in the world. You know? Pablo's no small puppy. But I think we all know that if there was a set, or a 1v1 set between Pablo and Excal, we all know who would win that. That would be Excal. But Pablo's not giving up, boys. He's not giving up. Nice army mixing here from Excal as well. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. He does lose the Auroras, though, so that is very painful. So you could see it like this, right? Income-wise, we got Pablo on roughly half the income, right? So what needs to happen is Pablo needs to kill double the value of units compared to Excal. And then it's a worthwhile engagement. Any other situation means that over time, Pablo will lose it. Let's see. Scud Storm goes in and hits the airfield and the supply drop zone. We don't have Anthrax Beta on the Scud Storm. That is probably something he should focus on. And looks like there was another sneak attack here that instantly got denied. I'm pretty sure that was an Aurora doing that. Particle Cannon ready for Mr. Pablo. Using the Alpha. And look, he kills one buggy, but loses the Alpha. So this is a very poor engagement for Mr. Pablo. Leaflet now coming in. Maybe you should have sent the Leaflet first, and then sent in the Alphas, because he has to be so careful. Also, when he loses his Strat Center, it means he can't build new Alphas anymore. Leaflet's definitely hitting some stuff here. Humvees can actually clear this up. Let's see, we have a big blob of units up top here. Look at that, man. Excal. I'll Make You Eargasm says, Licky scammed me. Dude, there's a huge stream delay. Relax. The guy made the donation 10 minutes ago. It's true. Let's see. The Scout Storms are definitely going to be posing a threat here to Pablo. There's no easy way for him to get rid of that. See, the ground armies, yeah, with some EMP Patriots, some nice Auroras, you can deal with that, right? But how do you deal with the Scout Storms? Scout Storms of Excal that are already cabineted, but are invisible unless you scan it. Gonna be a nice hit. Oh, and look at this! Definitely a waste of a particle cannon. He could have literally just like hit the Strat Center or something. Like there are always targets that are worth it. Even if it's just a single black market, it is worth it. But interestingly, Excal has camo-netted almost all his economy. Yeah, he could have maybe gone for this. For these two. These are not camo-netted because they're not see-through, right? When they're see-through, like this one, it means a stealth. Look at this. You know, casual see-through building is casual and see-through. Let's see. Over here, we have a push on the right. Excal doing a good job. Pepin says, to say GG or respond with GG is not seen as a message, right? Yes, it is. Any message is a message. Any message is a message. So if the players violate that, you know, they're... it's not a good idea. Any message is a message. And it's only done just to keep things cleaner, because we've had situations in the past where if people said GG, then, you know, it would still be a piece of information. You know, where it's like, oh, that guy probably killed that guy, and things like that. Let's see, sneak attack over here, nice and safe, and this might just be the beginning of the end, and there we go. Mr. Pablo calls it, and Excal coming in with a very nice victory here as Stealth General, taking Laser. Like I was saying, man, Laser makes such a difference, such a good army. Also, when you have power as a GLA, you can construct buildings twice as fast. You can almost construct units twice as fast as well. The animation of the arms dealer opening and closing his doors doesn't get faster with power, so that is sort of like why it's not 100% for units as well. But look at the money. Look at the money, man. Mr. Excal shining tonight, right? Lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely. All right, so let's... I'm going to jump into the voice chat. Tell the guys we're getting ready for the next match. All right, gents. Next match. Let's go. Also, restart your game. Very important. There we go. So, let's see. I got some messages. Let's see. No, I don't know. One sec, one sec. All right, let's see. Players are getting ready to hop into match 3. Oh, man. A very different set, right? I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah. Yeah, everyone should... Okay, everyone has the M3 name. Okay, make sure you restarted your game. All right. Ooh, very nice match. Very aggressive, man. Also, the chat, right? It's just... You can see that the adrenaline of the players is higher in this set. Maybe you could argue that in the other sets there was more nervousness, right? Because we saw some plays where some people were just absolutely on fire in some sections, but then dropped the ball on other sections, right? So they might have amazing micro with just a few units, but then they completely forget to build income. Or the exact way around, like the other way around. It's just so interesting to see this, right? The human element. But in this one, everyone's just hyper aggressive. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't think I've seen Pablo play like this ever. What about you guys? You know, Pablo's got his own channel, right? He's a very well-respected free-for-all guy. Yes. Any message is a message, including GG. So, let's see. World of Aces is the next one. Alright, so let's see. We need one more player. Alright. Oh, someone doesn't have the map. Please download the map. It's in maps. Okay, he figured out. He figured it out. While he does that, let's all restart the game for the lols. Because why not? This map glitches a lot. This is another map that has issues. I mean, okay, it's not fair for me to say that the map has issues. It's not the map itself. It's just that the map is making use of so many things that the game engine has to offer. And it's because of that, that if players aren't synchronized, where we all have a clean game launch and things like that, that's when things can go wrong, right? That's a better way of describing things, I would say. We got Lucas in Twitch saying, hey, Leggy, how are things? Well, things are pretty good, right? We have some lovely action, lovely killing, some great players. And yeah, as I was saying, man, Pablo, he's got his YouTube channel. You can see it in the description. Same with Xcal. I tried to find the YouTube channels of the players. I'm not sure if Hami, for example, has one. I don't know. But, you know, or Frosty. If they do, they can message me, or Carnage. But the other guys, I got them, I think. I think I got Apex in there as well. Alright, let's wait for the players to join. Oh, man. Shiro says, Pablo! Yeah, we got some Pablo fans in the chat, man. We got some Pablo fans in the chat, for sure. Always nice to see people rooting for the players. And the players appreciate that as well, guys. They really do. Like, some of you guys might be at home, maybe not chatting too much, but even if you just say, like, Pablo+++ or Apex+++, if there's a player who has impressed you tonight or something that happened that you were like, oh, that was nice, it's always great to voice that, man. Players really appreciate it. They really do. Like, sometimes I get messages from players, like, literally linking back to videos of months ago, saying, like, oh, man, look at this guy, he said this and that. You know, it's fun. It's fun, you know, when you're a player, when you're playing this game and you want to show off your skill and you feel like you're doing a good job, and then other people say like, hey man, good job, that was great. People love it, man. Players love it. So, and that in turn also motivates players to play some more, play even better, and impress us in future sets and future matches as well. Everyone restarted their game? I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. All right, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for match number 3? M3E is not. He's still checking some things. Probably replying to his girlfriend on WhatsApp. Yes, honey. Just need a couple more hours. Just killing all these noobs online, you know. Oh my god, what's with the Air Forces? What is with the Air Forces? Oh my god, that's just crazy, man. This is crazy. All right, let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are in match number 3 in World of Asus. Or should I say Asus, which is apparently the correct name. But, you know, spelling, pronunciation, not our best thing. We like generals, and that's about the limit of our you know, cerebral capacity. But let's see. We have Laser General here for Mr. Hummy. We have Air Force for Mr. Apex. We have Normal USA for Frosty Fire, who's like, man, I'm next to a freaking Air Force, right? And he's like, man, I'm next to 2 freaking Air Forces, because we got Excal as Air Force as well. Rage K as Air Force. What is this, man? Rage K is Air Force. And we got Carnage here as Demo. Let's see, over here we have Tank General for Pablo. Believe it or not, Pablo is probably in a really nice position here. Some of you might be surprised to hear this, but Gat tanks are really good against Air Force. And oh, we have someone disconnecting. Yikes. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Yikes. Let's wait. Let's wait. Take it from there. What is gonna happen? Oh, yikes, man. That is scary indeed. And are we having a DC bug? Yeah, bug now. Probably. Did you guys close other admins? That is one of the things that can cause this. Let's see if the game's gonna recover, but I doubt it. So I will ask my confidant judge, who is watching in the background and assigning points, whether this should be a rematch. I imagine so, with the re-rolling of the armies. We're 45 seconds in. So no one can really say they're ahead. And oh, person is dropping again. Yikes. That's not looking too good. Yeah. Maybe this person needs to restart his PC. It's a re. Yeah, it's a re. It's a re. Well, I can't type. The thing is, the game will continue for like 5 seconds and then freeze again. And then 5 seconds and then freeze. You know, it will just keep doing this until the end of time. It's a re. Let's re. So unfair. Dude, you don't want to know how many Air Forces there were. Somebody's gonna be like, I was Air Force, you know. There were so many Air Forces. There were 3 Air Forces. So, I mean, not exactly that one guy had a huge advantage. But yeah, okay, everyone's restarting. Alright, let me just join the voice chat there. And say... Okay, join the voice chat. Okay, the guy who was lagging or having issues there, just please restart your radmin and or your router or whatever you think would be a good idea to restart. But bare minimum, at least radmin. And everybody else restart your game to be on the safe side. Also, there were 3 Air Forces in that match. So, you know, to the Air Forces that felt like, oh man, finally a good army. It still wasn't looking too great. But yeah, I can understand the frustration. But it's better if we re 45 seconds played. So, anyway. There, just had to say that. And let's go. I mean, 3 Air Forces on such a close quarters map, right? Is, yeah. But again, like I say, I understand the frustration because one guy who's Air Force is scanning the guys next to him. He's like, oh man, I'm gonna have a great time here. But if everyone's freaking Air Force, like literally almost half the players were Air Force. For those of you wondering, like, why does that matter? Well, they're all gonna go Raps, they're all gonna go Comanche, they're all gonna have Carpet Bomb, and it's just gonna be over within like 5 freaking minutes, man. I mean, I like the aggression, but I want to see some GLAs. I don't know about you guys, but GLAs haven't really been shining very much tonight. Yep. We saw Excal, right? We saw Excal. We can play a nice replay clip here. Excal doing a good job. But we need some GLA on GLA action, right? Okay, that just sounds dirty. Apologies. Didn't mean to come across that way, but, you know, let's be honest. No one's going to complain, right? It's, you know, one guy stealing Nuke General, another guy stealing Super Weapon General, you know, cool stuff like that, you know, it's just fun, it's nice, you know, a couple of Scud Storms flying through the skies, you know, saying hello to each other as they fly past, you know, all that Moab though, so good. But yeah, let's see, still waiting on one person, probably the guy who was restarting his stuff, not entirely sure even. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the game. Let's do it. You guys ready? Reroll of the armies. It can happen that, you know, one player is going to have a better army. It can happen that one player is going to have a worse army. It's just the random side of things. But it is how it is. It was just a disconnection bug. And they can happen, unfortunately. And still an Air Force. My god, who's the Air Force? And is it Raging K? Now I want to know if this guy's just Air Force 3 times in a row, right? No, it's Hami. It's Hami. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the match number 3. We have Demolition General for Mr. Apex, who seems to be the only GLA again. GLA is definitely not appearing much in this stream, so apologies for those who were hoping for some GLAs. Over here we have Mr. Pablo as Laser, and to the right we have Mr. Carnage as Infantry. Now, Infantry can be really powerful, especially since he's in between 2 USAs. If he rushes any of the USA, he's gonna be basically at an advantage, right? A Troop Crawler mixed with some Tank Hunters will really hurt. So yeah, Frosty here as Laser General. Down below, we have the Air Force, that is Mr. Hami. Now, here's the thing, right? Frosty is likely gonna rush Hami, because Hami, as an Air Force, can be very dangerous. Excal over here is USA. He might also rush Hami. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out, see how Hami's gonna do. And on the left here, we have Mr. Raging K as normal China, which can pack a punch. With the rushes especially, they can deal some good damage. And yeah, that's everybody here. And looks like Mr. Carnage is deciding to take the supplies here and deal some potential damage relatively soon to the orange player, that is Pablo. Pablo with a very quick missile defender there. Woo, look at that! Wow, they both die. They both die. That is a rare sight indeed, but it can happen. That supply truck loss, though, it does kind of hurt for Mr. Carnage. Let's see what's happening here, though. Doesn't look like there's serious attacks coming in. We do have a random missile defender out here. Look at that. From Mr. Hami. He's planning, he's preparing to get rushed. He's like, let me get some stuff in good places. Let's try to get some oils as well. Doesn't have the capture building upgrade yet, but he'll surely be getting that very soon. He's probably researching it. And we're not seeing a rush from Mr. Excal. That is rather interesting. Looks like he's just going for the money. So he's probably reasoning it like this. He's like, if I get more money, then even though Red Hami is a better army, I'll still be able to overthrow him and take him out. Oh, lack of a laser lock there. Delayed laser lock of Hami. That's going to mess him up. And this right here, very clever from Excal to deny the oil grab. We do, in fact, see the capture building upgrade. And if all the oils get denied, there is this guy. This guy can capture that oil. We're going to have to see if that's going to happen. Piece yellow? Oh, look at this. In the meantime, we have Raging K coming in with a nice Dragon Tank attack. The first peace agreement might be coming in here. But hey, man, this is war, and people gotta die. That's what Raging K says. Going in for a nice flame wall here. Oh, man, this is catastrophic. Look at that. And crushing of the workers. Raging K, man. He's China. He doesn't care. He's coming in with a vengeance, dealing some good damage. Dragon Tank somehow still alive. Second Dragon Tank coming to reinforce. Technical standing in the flames. Gotta be very careful because they lose a lot of health from fire. Force fire on the ground for the extra range. Look at that. Very well played by Raging K. Force fire at the ground because like that you get a little bit extra range with the flamer and you can just about reach a target. Let's see what's happening on the right. Excal is trying to harass Mr. Hami here and finding some success. Looks like a dozer went down as well. Oil still not captured. But we do have this one captured here for Hami. So at least he has a little bit of money. But Excal took this one. So as it stands, it should be Excal who should be able to destroy Hami. Because Excal just has more income and has more stuff to throw at Hami. Let's see, completely taken out here. Raging K, what a legend. Let's see what's happening with Mr. Carnage. To be honest, I actually thought he would go in for the kill on one of the USAs. Instead, he's choosing to go defensive, getting some bunkers. I don't know, I definitely think that's a mistake here. Because if he just went in with a troop crawler rush with a few tank hunters, it would absolutely mess up a USA, especially because the players are so close to each other, right? I mean, look at this. Let's zoom out, right? This is where one player starts. This is where the other player starts. You start so close. So if you come in with a very nice, fast troop crawler rush, USA struggles. They really struggle with that. But let's see what's happening down below. We have a bit of a counter push coming in from Hami, interestingly enough. He's getting his kills in. He's doing a good job. And does he have the oils? He did manage to get the oils now. So could be that Hami is making a full recovery here. And guys, Hami is Air Force. If he gets a strat center, he's almost level 2. He could just get a carpet bomber, and just that in itself will help so much. You could just carpet bomb the war factory, take it out. Second war factory getting produced. But let's have a look what Raging K, our favorite China player over here, is doing. Oh, demo trap. Nice. Oils are ready to be captured here. He's already got one. He's going to capture the other. And the flamer here dealing some damage. We see Apex running to the middle to try and build up. Try and get some income going. As long as this guy is alive and building this, there is a chance for him to come back in this game. Because he's gonna have income. He has the ability to construct buildings, and he can jump straight into an arms dealer if he wants to. In the meantime, Frosty Fire has continued the aggression onto Carnage. Carnage built a lot of defense on the left-hand side, but not so much on the right-hand side. As a result, he's in some trouble here. And as a result, we actually have the orange player, Mr. Pablo, who's been left alone for the majority of this match. And as a result, he actually has a decent army. He's got Search and Destroy up. And let's see, that is Carnage out. Whereas over here, I don't know. This is a tough one, man. This is something the judge can decide. Whether Apex is technically dead at this point or not. He's literally trying to use scaffolds, trying to build. And the hunt continues from Raging K. He's trying to find where Apex is hiding. We do see a combat Chinook, though. Where did it go? Where is that sucker? Look at that. Hummy, man, he's starting to enjoy life. He had a rough start. But he clawed himself into a very nice position here. Level 2 Air Force. And he's just killing some supply trucks here. Not really with any intention apart from just getting some nice XP. Getting to level 3 is always very important for an Air Force. Because it allows you to get Spectre Gunship. Which is so ridiculously powerful. Let's see. Yeah, blue is just hiding here. There is an aggression thing in the rules where players can't harbor other players. So he can't keep this guy alive and let him survive there. But Apex has nothing. He's dead at this stage. He can't build income unless he's queued up a rebel to capture it. Oh, he did. He did. He did exactly that. This is all he has. He has no money. Oh my god. I mean, technically, he still has a chance of coming back. As long as he captures the oils, he has a chance. But let's see. Pablo is coming in on Mr. Raging K. And let's see. Is that a Spectre? It is a Spectre. Wow. Look at this, man. Look at the damage being done. Combat Chinook over here of red took out a big chunk of units here. A big chunk of units of Hummy also went down. But like I said, man, the Air Force gets that advantage. Normal USA, when they're level 3, they don't get Spectre Gunship. And on top of that, Excal isn't level 3. All Excal gets is an A10, right? But Hummy gets Spectre Gunship, which is great. He gets Carpet Bomber. And when he gets to level 4, and he's closing in on level 4, he gets to spend another general point on A10. And he will just deal so much damage. Right now, these oils and the supply, that's what it's about. If this gets killed somehow, whether it's through Raptors or Stealth Comanche or fill in the blank, it's going to make a huge difference. And Hummy will be able to take out Excal here, no problem. Well, let's see, right? The game continues at the top. Frosty Fire. A nice laser army wanting to face off against the other laser. That is Mr. Pablo. It's very interesting how we have like the top section and the bottom section, right? Players are very careful. And we have blue has been taken out here. It was in fact Raging K who did it. He did take him out here. And that oil, I think he captured it. Not entirely sure, but he probably did. So Apex did recover some income to some extent. But Raging K did take out Mr. Apex there. So good job. We had a super chat coming in from Mr. Bumtroll saying, "Did you Google the thing I told you last stream?" Nah, not entirely sure. Message me on Discord. And we have a very interesting name. I'm just going to say Mr. Stephenson, who says, Excal! Yeah, Excal's having a hard time, though. We see some chat messages coming in of, hey, let's peace, let's not. But at this stage, Hummy should not peace. He shouldn't. He should recognize that green is on the back foot. He's ready to be taken out. Right here, what you're looking at, guys, these three things are the lifeline of green. And maybe this one. Maybe kill the oil, right? Or take it. And you will get a point for taking out the player. And at the same time, you get more XP. He's closing in on level 4. You want to get to level 5 when you're Air Force. Because even if you are against a big USA, like Frosty is, for example, if you have a Moab, if you have a Leaflet, if you have all that stuff, you can take out a big army for free. General powers are free. Over here, Pablo is definitely in a bit of a tough position. GG says Mr. Pablo, and Frosty claiming the second victim in this match. That's a Carpet Bomber going for Frosty. Intercepted by Hummy. It's funny how everyone's worried about the China guy here. The thing is, we don't actually... we have a huge stream delay, so right now the players still have no idea who's who, even if they are watching the stream that you guys are watching, because of the big delay, right? And this is what's so beautiful, because if you look at what's happening here, like, they might just be convinced that this is Excal or something. They might be like, whoa, who's this legend? Who's this great player? He's very scary. He's China, but he's absolutely destroying everyone. Right? The same with Frosty. They don't know who he is. They might think he's Excal or something like that. And that's the thing, man. That's something I spoke to some players about. The fear of who is Excal, right? If you don't know who's who, if it's fully anonymous, you just play the game. Don't worry about who's who. You're just reacting. And it allows players to perform much better against players that they would normally be afraid of. You see this especially in 1v1s, right? If you have, I think it was Boyka and Fargo, where Boyka is very good against Fargo, but then Boyka struggles against Excal, and then Excal struggles against Fargo, or something. Like, it's a weird triangle, right? But it's like, you know, the people, it gets to them in their head, where it's like, oh, I'm fighting against this guy. Normally I have a hard time against this guy, you know? But now they don't have it. It's anonymous. They don't know who they're fighting. So things just get very interesting in that way. But yeah, Cyan is pretty big here. And the China yellow also pretty big. And I like how Hummy's just in the middle, destroying everyone's general powers. Right? A10 doesn't hit the target now. It could be argued that it's in Hummy's best interest to make sure that these big guys don't get any bigger. And they don't kill each other. So Hummy has a bit of time to build up. But it doesn't look like he's actually building any economy. He's going for a lot of combat Chinooks though. Look at this guy. Oh, so good. Raging K managing to get neutral shells. Now that's very interesting that he would go for neutron shells in this game where there are no GLAs. So it could be that he's going to go for neutron shells to steal an army. That is a possibility. But he's just going to go with a new cannon casually on this side. Find a random stray dozer of Excal. Hit it with a neutron shell to unman it. And then send a Black Lotus stealth unit in to capture it. And then like that, he can steal USA technology. And that could be very useful because if you have USA technology, if you have two armies, you know, you can make use of those armies technologies like the search and destroy of the USA. That still affects all the China units. Mix coming in. Gonna deal some damage here. Avenger, very nice there from Mr. Excal. Yeah, let's see. The game's starting to slow down a little bit. I think the players are just a bit hesitant, but one thing's for sure, Hummy doesn't care about secondary economy. He's like, that's what the noobs do, man. That's what the noobs do. I'm here to kill people, okay? I'm not here to build a city, all right? This isn't Sim City. This is Command and Conquer. I'm here to kill people. So he's building a whole load of combat Chinooks. And he's got somebody in mind. I'm pretty sure it's this boy over here, who's got literally no anti-air anywhere in his base. Anywhere. So Hummy could literally clean sweep, annihilate this player. You know, look at this. This is no reaction here. And this is definitely a failing from Frosty. He needs to recognize he's next to an Air Force. And how can he not notice all these combat Chinooks? There's so many of them. So many. Moat says, it's like the 4th of July. Fast, hot USA games. Yeah, man. We're going to see some explosions as well. Frosty is level 5. So he's going to have a Moab coming. Hummy is level 4. Excal level 2 still. Excal definitely having a bit of a hard time here. But that's the thing, man. Normal USA definitely has an army disadvantage against Air Force. So it makes sense that we're seeing what we're seeing. That he could have been taken out by Hummy. Mind you, it's still possible that we have our good friend over here, Mr. Hummy, loading up these Chinooks, not for Cyan, but for greed, for Excal. It's very possible. Think about it. If this guy's letting down his guard, like his guard is down, and you just, I don't know, carpet bomb half this army, and then fly in and just take out everything with the combat Chinooks, you get a very, very quick player kill, and that's in fact what's happening. Wait, no, never mind. Wrong carpet bomber. Wait, no, it is. It is. It is in fact the carpet bomber. It is in fact that. Yes, that's what's happening. Carpet bomber goes in from yellow over here. Doesn't quite hit the target. Spectre comes in. Combat Chinooks go in. It's exactly what's happening, boys. Exactly that. Humvee's pushing in from the top. Even if these combat Chinooks go down, it doesn't matter if that CC is destroyed and then the last dozer gets taken out. There we go. CC destroyed. Look at the aggression. Look at the ruthlessness here from Mr. Hummy. Doesn't care. Last second A10 was still placed down right before the CC got destroyed. Kills one Humvee. But right now, look how scary this situation is. Hummy, level 4, closing in on level 5 as an Air Force. He's used the Spectre, so there's no easy way to get to this dozer. Also, very good scaffold placement here of Excal, because this scaffold does stop incoming weapon strikes. So let's say a Raptor tries to take this out. Well, actually, the missiles will hit the scaffold as opposed to the Raptor. I mean, as opposed to the dozer. But look at the sheer number of Humvees here. Humvee doesn't care. And he's coming in, and this is what we say as well in free-for-all. Stop thinking about chat. focus on the game, because somebody can lie, somebody can bamboozle you, and that's exactly what's happening. Look at Mr. Hummy coming in with a beautiful player kill on the one and only Excal, who's definitely having a hard time here. He's got nothing left, and that is a level 5 Hummy Air Force General who can literally bounce on to the next target. He lost so little, if you think about it. Last building here, and that is Excal out. Very well played there. Hummy. What a Giga Chad, man. Very nice of him also to... oh, he's letting this one live. I don't know why, though. Yeah, I quits out. But basically, Hummy had his combat Chinooks over here, right? Which is also a slight psychological warfare. Because you think, oh, he's preparing units here. He's going to push in over here. He's going to attack up top. But no, that's not what's happening. Combat Chinooks now fly into the next target. Hummy, the man who's... not really building much secondary eco, living off the middle by the looks of things. Like, look at this. He's just living off the middle. Does he even have a single... yeah, he's got 2. 2 supply drop zones. This is not a sustainable strat, though. As much as he's killed a player, this is not sustainable. He cannot win the late game if he has no secondary economy. He's just ruthless as hell. And it's like, I'll take out a player, come 3rd place. Hey, man, I get 2 points by doing that strat, and that's absolutely correct. It's a good way to reason it out. Maybe he's like, I'm an Air Force, they'll 2v1 me anyway if I get big, so what's the point? I might as well go out guns blazing, and that's exactly what he did here. My god. In the meantime, though, I did notice a bunch of anti-air has appeared in the base of Frosty Fire. Frosty Fire definitely recognizing that, if those combat Chinooks go for me, I'm kinda dead. So, very good reaction there from him as he's getting his entire base to be safe from air units. Over here, we have a lot of GAT tanks here. Chain guns upgrade ready. Speaker tower upgrade ready. We have the neutron shells as well, which I'm not entirely sure what he's going to do with that now. But if he intends to steal Air Force, he might want to do it soon. Because Hummy is definitely the weakest player in this situation. And a bunch of dozers are showing up here. And usually what you see, right, is that the weakest player in the scenario is the one who gets killed next, because he's the one that's easy to kill. In fact, we have so many Humvees out from Frosty. If Frosty just grabs all the Avengers and all the Humvees and just goes for the attack on Hummy, he's a dead man. Also, interestingly enough, no one is engaging the middle. They're all letting him collect it. You know, we still have 2 oils here. That's good money, guys. That's 2k per minute. Actually, a bit more. Random new cannon, trying to find something. Yeah, I think he was just hoping there would be like a stray dozer there. But, you know, because there's supply lines, it's actually 1.1k per oil. I see something here. A bunch of Raptors. He doesn't have any, he doesn't have laser-guided missiles. He doesn't have countermeasures. So I don't think that Hummy is too keen on really making use of air units, right? He used the combat Chinooks. I think he's had his fun. And I think he's like, yeah, we'll just get a couple more of those, do another big push, and see what happens. And I suspect he's gonna go for yellow. He's probably looking at Frosty with his USA intelligence going like, yeah, Frosty's huge. 0 chance of messing up Frosty. Red, are you really worried about me? No, it's the other way around. He knows he has no chance against Frosty, but what he should do is realize that Frosty's massive and realize that yellow will want to take this guy out. And as a 2v1 on Frosty, yeah, you can beat him. You can. It's gonna be tough, but you can. And it is a worthwhile way to go, because if you can 2v1 the big boy, and the big boy is kind of struggling and potentially dying, then it buys you a lot of time, a lot of game time that you can use to build up economy, get stronger, get bigger. And once you're big enough, you might be able to take out this guy, who's just a freaking China, who relies on these juicy little dudes that when you prick them, they combust, right? Hackers are terrible secondary eco for a situation like this, because a combat Chinook with snipers can fly by, kill all of these guys, and it's nearly unstoppable. So playing it for the long game does have its benefits. Yellow did use a chat message there. And boys, are we seeing the next attack? Humvee's getting ready to push up north. Are we going to see Humvee engage Frosty? In the meantime, we have a lot of Humvees here, but guys, remember, he's using this for defense as well. But the moment these Humvees pull up to the north side, dozers will be exposed. Let's see what's coming in here. The random Avenger being taken out. And a carpet bomb coming in. Is that for the power? Is that for the power? Is that the plan here to take out the power? Yes, it is. One power plant goes down. The other one with an A10 will finish it off. Very nice. And he wants to take the guy low power. Go for the command center right away. Hummy is doing it again. Wants to take Frosty low power. Will he succeed? Command center's still alive. There's a leaflet coming in as well here. Power still online. And he's desperately going around trying to find all the power plants to kill. And we can see the desperation coming in here from Mr. Hummy. He's like, how is this guy still online? How? How is this humanly possible? I've destroyed 8 power plants and he's still here, fully online. What is happening? What is actually happening? Finally he's offline. After 12 power plants have been destroyed. But look at this. It doesn't even really matter because the combat Chinooks that were supposed to deal the damage have now been taken out. So they didn't achieve much. The Humvee army now comes in. Moab is being called in from Mr. Frosty, but he selected the wrong command center. Moab coming from the left-hand side instead of the right-hand side. There's a nuke firing as well in the back to help keep this guy offline. And this is what I'm talking about. Working together against Frosty. 2v1. They can do it, guys. They can do it. Frosty in a world of trouble as he's very offline. Minus 47 power. He really needs to build what? How many power plants is that? 8? No, 7. 7 power plants. He needs to come back online. No, 6. I mean, that's just insane. All the dozers must be building. And he's not doing that because he's panicking. He's like, there's a Humvee army in my base. What do I do? Very nice aggression once again from Mr. Hummy. And Frosty freaking out a little bit. His units are not in the best position here. But he's trying to hang on. Let's see. Attack has come through here on Hummy's strategy center. Getting rid of that. So the Humvees of Hummy are a bit weaker. They don't have that 20% increased range. But in all fairness, even Frosty has lost his strat center. So now they're on even playing field. Fuel air coming in. Not exactly a great fuel air here. He's basically just going to destroy his own airfield. Maybe 1 or 2 Humvees. Yeah, just 1 Humvee. Which actually clears the path for Frosty to keep attacking down. And this is the thing. This is maybe why Hummy was interested in taking out Yellow. Because he was thinking, I had a chance to kill Yellow. I don't have a chance to kill Frosty. Nuke comes in. Is that in the back here? It is on the power. But it doesn't matter. Frosty still online, boys. Still online. He's got a surplus of 10 power. So he's still hanging on. And Frosty pushing into Hummy. Real nice here. And interestingly enough, the money is roughly equal here. But once this supply collection stops, and it looks like it's done here, it's really going to mess up Hummy. He was so relying on that. Let's see, he's built a few extra drop zones. Not too many building the strat center here. He's got some oils in the back here as well. But, you know, with all the super weapons that are out here, Frosty will be able to take that out very soon. Command center goes down. Crucial structure. New command center going online. No, that's a war factory, actually. And now we're in that position where maybe we'll see a nice nuke cannon from Yellow. Casually drifting to the right-hand side, picking off a dozer with a neutron shell, and then capturing it with a Black Lotus to try and get USA technology. And that could make a difference here. Interestingly, we don't see Raging K really worrying so much. He does have an army. He's having a bit of a good time, but he's quite slow in his approach here. He's not going in guns blazing. So he might be okay with the Air Force dying here, actually. It also helps him reach 2nd place. But of course, everybody wants to win, because if you win a match, you don't only get 3 points, which is very nice to get. You also win $30. Real life good dollars to spend on whatever burrito you want to. But yeah, one thing's for sure, Hummy is in a lot of trouble. And that's what I said, Hummy is the first one to die next. It's just very likely. Command center being reconstructed here, a bit delayed. He's building some fire bases as well. And my guess is he's going to sell these buildings to clear the path. But Frosty's on it, boys. He's on it. Look at this. Very good micro. Realizing he's got to kill the dozers. We're not seeing a new cannon. Definitely a missed opportunity here for Yellow. Because if he managed to get USA technology, if he got a search and destroy, guys, search and destroy new cannons, 20% extra range for these guys, that's no joke. He's, oh, he might be trying to, lol, he unmanned his own overlord. Why did you do that? Why'd you do that? But he's probably looking for a laser general dozer, actually, looking at that. He's probably not too concerned getting the USA general. Carpet bomber being called in here from Mr. Hummy, and is it going to hit anything? No, only himself. And 1 Humvee, I think. Nope, not even. Yikes. So Hummy is being completely destroyed here. Overwhelmed, washed away by an ocean of Humvees. Very nicely played here by Frosty, as he had enough units, right? He's even selling it. He's giving up. Yeah, Hummy's basically done for. The moment the command center's gone and the few last dozers that remain are destroyed, then that's it. A10 does hit the target, gets a couple of Humvees, that's very nice. And that's GG for Mr. Hummy as he surrenders. Frosty claiming another victim. 2 players left, boys. The normal China, Raging K, and Frosty, the laser general. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to take it. Based on the cash per minute, it's looking like it's going to be Frosty. Power gets hit, and no surplus power here, so it doesn't look like Raging K planned for this. And this is always very painful. When you lose your power, when you have a lot of power to catch up on. Look at this, minus 29 power. He definitely needs 3 power plants to come back online. And it takes really long to build those when you don't have power. So he's quickly trying to build 3, or 2 at least. But he still has a very powerful army here, guys. And there is a dozer. Hang on. Hang on. Is he going to try and steal it? Yeah, that's not an unmanned dozer. He's got the nuke cannon right here. And in fact, it's going to get A10. Oh, man. Missed opportunity. For sure. For sure. Guys, the reason I keep going on about the search and destroy here is because search and destroy cannons or Gatling tanks, they're powerful. Search and destroy overlords, they can fire at Humvees before the Humvees even come into range. Okay? So, it makes a huge difference. He's got to be careful not to shoot that dozer, though. Let's see. Carpet bomber comes in. Particle cannon getting used. Nuke on the back there on the power. This is still a game that can go to either player. It just depends on the effectiveness of the attacks. That's what it's all about. Carpet bomber coming in from the south here is going to be able to find 2 power plants. Will it connect? It probably will. Might just about kill both here. Let's see. And does. Takes them offline as well. And there's no overcharge capability for the USA. So when you're offline until you build a freaking power plant. Okay, there's no instant coming back online. We do in fact see Lotus ready to capture the oils, but the dozer steal didn't happen. It could be that Raging K doesn't want to distract himself with stealing another army, right? Because if you steal another army, you gotta lol the pilots. You gotta spend $2,000 for the command center. You gotta get a power plant, supply center, war factory, and then a strat center. It's like an investment that is more than $10,000. It's a lot of money. But then once you have it, it puts you in such a good spot. Then again, you can also just build a couple nukes for that. Boom! Oh, man. Now that's a nice hit. I think we can all agree on that. Particle cannon under threat. There's a leaflet coming in, but I don't know from where. It's taken way too long to get to his destination. Over here on the right. It's crazy. The normal China is pushing back the laser general. Raging K impressing us once again. Look at this, man. Don't you guys just love these kind of matches? Don't you just love it? Is that a Moab that's going to come in? It looks like it. Nuke actually on the production. Moab comes in, hits the target. Takes out the overlords. That's the most important stuff to take out. Man, I have to say, man, these games, these matches, fighting tooth and nail. We're seeing laser tanks. He does have composite armor. Very good from Mr. Frosty. Sometimes players do forget it in these situations when you've been spamming Humvees the whole game. When they then switch to laser tanks, they forget that they don't have composite armor. But Frosty, being an absolute pro here, he's paying attention to all of that. And look at this. He's so struck for power. He wants to build all his power quickly. And the downside to building your power quickly, you want to build it close to your dozer, so he starts building right away, right? The downside is that you end up with a cluster of power. With all the nuke silos, one nuke over here can take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power plants. Oh, I think that's exactly what's about to happen. I think it is, right? Yes, that's exactly what's happening. And that's what I mean, man. That's what I mean. Frosty still has surplus power. Not too much, but he's still got plus 28. Because the thing is this, when he switches it up to laser tanks, there's an added problem where if he goes low power, the laser tanks, all of them will shut down as well. It's a unique mechanic that only applies to laser general. It's only laser tanks. And when you're low power, they stop moving. They stop firing. So that's the thing, man. The Achilles heel of laser general is always the power. Particle cannon being taken out here. Some of them ready to fire relatively soon. Laser tank coming in, dealing some damage, but one laser tank on its own isn't really a threat. The problem is when there's like 4 laser tanks and an Avenger, then they shred. Then they are very powerful. But just a couple like this, not too bad. He should be able to manage here. He's got the upgrades. He's got the damage upgrade, plus 25% damage for this Overlord. So he should be able to clean these guys up. And he's vetted as well. Veterancy also makes a big difference. Increases the attack speed, increases the damage per shot, increases the health. Because he's vet 2, he's going to repair even faster together with the speaker tower. Look at that. As a result, he's killing all these guys. More units coming out, and I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Normal China, known to be one of the worst armies in free-for-all. He's coming in with a victory. He's doing it. He's pushing back what's left of Frosty Fire. He needed the help of Hami. Mr. Raging K definitely needed the help of Hami. And Frosty Fire has taken out Hami. He did do that. During a 2v1, he managed to succeed and take out Hami, the Air Force. But he couldn't take out the China. Raging K here is doing it. Look at the super weapons. Just the super weapons alone pose such a huge problem. But in the meantime, a few units here, a few units there in the base of Frosty, causing serious problems as well. Very nicely done. He's not giving up, though, Mr. Frosty. Carbon Bomber's going to be on the strat center. That got taken out again. A10 coming in, and there we go. Frosty recognizes it, calls it GG, and there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is another victory here for Mr. Raging K. The normal China, surprising us all with his ruthlessness. He didn't even have most cash collected, but he tied with the most units destroyed. Look at that. You don't see that very often. Most buildings destroyed, and very few units lost, actually. That is very impressive. So, Mr. Raging K, he knew how to play it. He knew how to do it. And he was just waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike Mr. Frosty Fire there, Cyan. Because here's the thing, if he attacked Frosty too soon, Hami might have lived. And if Hami lived, Hami could have come in with a combat Chinook full of snipers and taken out the economy of Raging K. So it's all about that timing. All about the timing. Like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if Raging K was hoping that Hami would die. And there you go. Exactly that happened. Beautiful plays, beautiful strategies, man. These guys, they know exactly how to play a game. How it's going to play out, how to react. Gorgeous. All right, restart your game and update your name. Whew. I have to say, man, glorious games. What do you guys think, yeah? What do you think of Raging K's performance? Tell me in the chat. Normal China. Everyone always complains, like, oh, Normal China, FML, you know, oh, it's not fair. And Raging K is like, hold my beer. He definitely did a good job there. Let me tell the guys we're going to go for the next game. All right, guys, we're going to join, please. We're going to go to the next game. And let me quickly restart my game. Wait, I actually already did that. Ah, it's fine. I can never restart enough, right? Always keep restarting, boys. Man, Mr. Raging K. It's nice to see him shine tonight. Because in some of the past free-for-all challenges, which in all fairness were not anonymous, he would sometimes struggle a little bit. But it could be the fact that nobody knows who's who. That it sort of eliminates that thinking. Like I said, you know, if you're thinking, oh my god, I'm fighting Excal, you know, it can tense you up. Because you know he's this famous guy. He's this great player. So, yeah, there's that. All right, let's see. The next map is 24/7. Lovely map. We also generally get great games on this one. So I'm looking forward to what's going to happen here. So far, the playing styles of all the players have been very interesting. Some players have had very different reactions. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, man. You gotta admit, what Hami did in this match... Let's see if I can play a nice replay clip. Do I have the one of where he engaged Excal? Actually, I don't know. No, I don't. No. Wait, I have this one, though. I have this one where Hami was shining here. Let's play this one. Yes. Look at this, man. Look at that combat Chinook attack. Hami. So beautiful to plays. And trying his best, and Frosty being 2 steps ahead, having so many power plants, and he still remained online. By the time he went offline, all the combat Chinooks were basically dead. Oh, man. What a game. Alright. I'm gonna wait for one guy to restart. Everybody's got their... did twice. Yeah, me too. That's a safe. That's sorry. So far, no crashes, no mismatches, right? This is definitely a nice way to have a free-for-all set. What do you guys think, huh? Oh, man. Lazy says, Hami should get Cyan ASAP before attacking Yellow with a combat Chinook. Yeah, I have to say, man, it's just so crazy, these plays. So crazy. Also was some tough moments there, some tough decisions that had to be made. Saw the Moab here, taking out the Overlords just like that, you know. It makes such a difference. All right, let's see. So, points. Apex 3, Carnage 4, Excal 9, Frosty 7, Hummy 5, Pablo 5, Raging K 12. Points are not final. Don't worry. We can also discuss them after the set. Always making sure that the players know this, so they feel a bit safe as well. We really care about the players, guys. We really do. We want to make sure that everybody feels happy and, you know, in a good environment. Of course, there's no way we're going to open up the replay now on stream, check things, this, that, and yeah, but this guy may have killed that one. But afterwards, we can easily do that. And sometimes the points actually are not that close. So one guy is just way ahead, the other guy is way ahead, and then the third place guy is just way back. So it doesn't even matter if we... Oh, 1 second. I need to go on this screen. There we go. So, you know, we just check after the set. It's just much easier for everyone, right? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the next match, 24/7. That is map number 4, match number 4. We have Mr. Excal as Stealth General once again. Over here on the right, we have China for Mr. Pablo, which is not the greatest, like I said, but we saw a China victory in the previous match, so, you know, never say never. Carnage with a Demolition General. Above him, we have normal GLA for Mr. Hummy. And we have a China, a lovely China infantry for Apex. And we have Raging K as super weapon. And let's see the blue player, Mr. Frosty Fire, as Tank General. You know, I have to say, man, these armies, this is my jam. I don't know about you guys. Is this your jam as well? We got Stealth General that can, like, snake around and steal armies and build Scud Storms, you know. We got the one China that we all secretly hope will win because, you know, he's China, right? It's always fun. We got Carnage here as demo. You might get demo bikes or Scud Storms or even Scud Launchers that deal so much damage, right? We got lovely armies, right? Lovely armies. Also over here, Apex Infantry. Would be nice to see that Helix that he's building. And, of course, we want to see some Alpha Auroras, right? This match is probably going to have a bit of everything, right? You always need a good amount of GLAs to get everything being nice and aggressive, nice and fun. Here we go. Nice crush. So Frosty wants to rush north, but what is happening here? Ooh. Is this Excal actually going for Frosty here? Yeah, that is the downside of being China. You kind of choose to rush one side and you forego defense on the other side. Because if you do get a successful rush in, you can get a player kill. Nice EMP, shutting down the Dragon Tank. So far, things not looking good for Frosty. Question is, where is Excal going to go with that technical? Doesn't look like he's entirely sure what to do. But let's see. Helix goes in for the Super Weapon General and denies that EMP Patriot. Now, this is going to get very dangerous here, but he has to be careful. He wants to take out the power plant, right? The Apex Helix wants to take out the power plant because then he will go offline, Mr. Raging K, which means the EMP Patriots can't shut down that Helix. But if you fly too close, if he takes one missile, one EMP missile to the Helix will instantly die. One missile, guys. See what's happening here. We got some denying of the oils. Some attacks coming in as well. And Excal has chosen his target. It's going to be Pablo, the normal China. Looks like we're going for a dozer hunt here. Pablo's also trying to deal some damage here to Carnage. And, oh, there we go. Hello. How are you doing, sir? Oh, that's lovely. So he just took out the other dozer and captured this one. So the dozer hunt is complete. That means that all that needs to happen now is Excal kills this war factory, and he's basically won. And the way he's going to try and do that is getting scrap. Scrap on this technical. Once it's double scrapped. Right now it's single scrap, right? When it's double scrap, it's basically unstoppable. And Pablo will lose it. Let's see. Gatank's pushing in here. Interestingly enough, cleaning up the infantry left behind by Apex. So Apex evacuated his Helix. We have these lovely infantry, right? And, you know, he's done some good damage. Destroyed the power. Destroyed the EMP. But now we actually see Frosty coming in, being like, hey, what's going on here? What is this? You're not allowed to do this. I want to kill this guy. I want to capture his base. You know, I want to take him out. Which looks like, to me, this is a 2v1. And if this is the first player kill... the question is, who's the first one out? It's, how much money does he have, Raging K? Yeah, he doesn't have any money for anything, so he's basically already dead. Pablo, although dozer hunted, technically still had a supply and had money. So, I would... Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, I thought it was, my bad. I thought it was Excal's dozer. I thought Excal stole it. I guess he didn't. I don't know. Now he's gonna do it. Now he's gonna do it. There we go. He's letting this guy live. So technically, Pablo is still in it. Pablo does have oil, has a dozer, whereas over here, this is going to be the first player kill. And that means that it's going to be a shared point. So one player each will get a point. Frosty gets a point, and Apex gets a point. At least if the judge agrees to this. But yeah, there's nothing that Raging K can do. Actually, wait, he still has an oil here. And there we go, he surrenders. Whereas there's still a dozer, there's still a power plant, there's still income. So you could argue that this guy is still technically in the game. If this hijacker for some reason mismicros and goes home, then Pablo could do a full comeback. But no, here we go. It is in fact the dozer. Just my mind was already 2 minutes ahead, boys. So apologies for that. But there we go. Pablo taken out by Mr. Excal. There we go. People are starting to die. Which is interesting, right? And Carnage got away there because he was getting attacked pretty nicely by Pablo. But now he's left alone. He's got some Scorps. He doesn't have Scorp Rocket, though. For some reason. It's always worth getting. See a push coming in from Hummy. Hummy has been so aggressive, though. So even though Hummy's a GLA, normally in free-for-all, we see the GLAs kind of chilling out a little bit. They're going to focus on getting a whole load of black markets, a couple of Scud Storms, Scud Launchers, stealing an army, you know, all that jazz, right? That's what the GLAs like to do, because they find a lot of success in taking that approach. But Hummy, the yellow player here, all night, he's been very aggressive. Even when he should have slowed down his attacks and started building economy, he's like, I don't care, I'm aggressive. Let's see, we still have a dozer here, kind of exposed by Apex. And a nice flamer here from Frosty. Ali says, why no Marakar? I don't know. Ask Marakar. Flamer comes in and deals good damage here. Way too good a damage. This there was a bit of a mismicro here from Apex. Is he going to lose that supply? Just about survives. Very important. Otherwise, it would really slow the guy down. In fact, he does have an oil here, but doesn't have that much else. Let's see, down below here on the right, Carnage trying to defend against a bus now as well. He's probably like, man, what is going on? First I get Pablo on me, dealing some big damage, and now this guy shows up with a freaking battle bus and a whole load of quads. What is this? He's just like, let me be, man. I just want to become, like, big and get a load of markets and, you know, stuff like that. Let's see, Apex is holding on. Yeah, he's doing pretty nicely. It's funny, just sending a troop crawler, right? Isn't that so funny, man? Just sometimes the units that you don't expect will work, they work. A freaking troop crawler against a fortified freaking bunker. With guys with big bazookas. No, just send one troop crawler, man. 8 red guard will clean it up. And they do. Very well spotted by Frosty that would work so well. He could have sent 20 Gat tanks, wouldn't have worked. And one troop crawler does the job. Because infantry have insane armor or health versus missiles. So there's that. Let's see, push coming in from the south here. Excal wanting to do some good damage. And that's command center being sold off. And there's probably some panic setting in for Frosty here as he's low power. Those are slightly exposed. And now there's a guy with 2 battle buses, a bunch of quads. Excal gearing up to take out another player. Which is pretty funny, because over here, we have Apex coming in to do some light harassment. Sees a dozer, it's like, well, that's random. Let me deal some damage here. But he's dealing more damage than he realizes. Let's see. He's not building power, though. Ah, right, he built it here. He built this one. Although it's kind of exposed. Building command center now. Excal coming in with a nice, big, juicy army. Yeah, it's definitely not looking good here for Mr. Frosty. Tank General in this situation is just going to struggle. The best way to get rid of those buses is with a couple of MiGs here and there. That's just not going to happen. Excal, recognizing the opportunity, targeting down that dozer, takes it out. He doesn't know how many other dozers there are. He sees the other dozer now with the bus. He might chase it down. That's exactly what he's intending to do. Look at that. Going for that last dozer because he recognizes it's nice and easy to kill a player when they're dozer hunted. GG, says the blue player, and that is another player kill for Mr. Excal. He's definitely getting some nice points here in this match. And Apex probably breathing easy, like, oh, my attacker died. Actually, wait a minute. Are you dozer hunted? You had a dozer a minute ago. What happened? I see a scorch mark, eh? Did you lose your dozer? Or did it get stolen? It got stolen! It got stolen, man! Freaking Hummy took it with a German Kel. He sniped the dozer and took it. Oh, man. Poor Apex. Poor Apex. What you're seeing on the screen, that's all he's got. The best thing he can try is get a Lotus and then try and capture a supply stash and then somehow let the workers walk home to his base. But there's no time for that. Yellow coming in for a push. Taking out what's left of Mr. Apex. Ali Wasuf says, Raging K playing like a beast. Yeah, man. Please just leave me alone. Dude, it's done for you, man. You got nothing. You got 2 structures. Do you even have any form of income? Yeah, he's got the oil, but it's like... He's got that oil. He's got, well, had this oil. That's getting destroyed. You know, he's just got this. He's just got this. But let's see what's happening here. Hummy is happily entertaining us with all the aggression once again, right? Super Particle Cannon in YouTube chat says, nice game. Milk Cookies in Twitch says, cinema. Absolute cinema. It is, right? It's so gorgeous watching these players fight to the death. Seeing how they think, seeing how they react, seeing how they adjust. It's so great. It's so great. Like, some of you might be like, why is Honey fighting against Green? Like, why is he doing that? Like, Excal's getting huge. Look at Excal. It's like massive. It's got Scud Storms too. It's like, and it's Excal as well. Well, number 1, okay? Honey doesn't know that this is Excal, okay? Number 2, Honey doesn't see the map like we see the map. He's GLA, all right? He's just built the infantry command center. But he's got one little radar van. The one radar van for the world, okay? You know how big the radar van scan thing is? It's this big, okay? This big. The box I'm drawing, that's how big it is. Let me go do it on the water so you can see a bit better. This big. How long do you think it'll take before you properly scan the whole map with one radar van that can do one of those scans every 30 seconds? He doesn't know what the hell's going on, man. He doesn't see what's going on. So for him, he's like, hey, man, I'm having a great time against this other GLA over here who's demo. Ew, disgusting with their demo bikes. He wants to take the guy out. He doesn't know that Purple is going for world domination and almost claiming the literal left half of the map. He doesn't know it. 2 Scud Storms, though. That is the kind of thing that gets you scratching your head going, maybe this isn't looking too great. But it's only an indicator. It's not a guarantee that this guy's huge. And maybe, if Hami doesn't press tab to see the surviving players, maybe he thinks there are a bunch of other players still around. Apex eliminated. He says, my luck is insane. Yeah. He's having a hard time, man. He's having a hard time. But let's see. Excal. Look at this. Look at this. This purple. Purple, literally. Left side map, purple. Hami paying attention, though. Look at that. He is paying attention. And now he's going to get that crucial information that he needs, right? He saw that Apex died. He's like, okay, who killed Apex? Couldn't have been Green. Green's all the way over here. Green hiding. Okay, Green's like, I'm not here, fellas. I'm not here. Ignore me. I'm blending in with the background, right? So, Hami knows this. And he sees the Scud Storm timers. The Scud Storms, they're all the way down here. Or at least they got built down here. So, Hami's putting 1 and 1 together. And he's like, uh-oh. This purple guy is a problem. And he's correct. Purple is becoming a problem here. Let's see, no AP bullets yet. Do we have AP rockets? We have AP rockets. And let's see the income per minute. Let's have a quick look here. 13k per minute versus 19k per minute. We have a China dozer. We have a China supply. Don't have a China war factory. We do have some Scud Storms. He has Anthrax Beta. Very good. Because that helps increase the damage of a Scud Storm by roughly 30%. It's pretty good to get that. And over here, do we have an internet center? This was normal China that Excal stole. Which isn't the best to steal. But it's better to have that than not have it. Let's see, a light engagement was happening here, and Hami's defending. So it's quite interesting. I'm pretty sure that we're going to see Carnage just do nothing. He's just going to chill. He's like, listen, you guys do what you want to do. I'll just be here, okay? I'm going to keep your seat warm. Don't worry about it, you know? It's just, don't mind me. And that's exactly what he should do. He's not even trying to scan or expand downwards or anything. He's just like, nope, I'm happy in my little spot. Building as many markets as I can. You two giants, fight it out. Go do your thing. I'll try and build up and catch up to your income. Hami, not wasting time. Go for the oils. Good call, good call. Doesn't quite finish it, though. Could literally poke it with a stick, and it'll die. There we go. Nicely done. In the meantime, push up top as well. Excal trying to push Hami back. The clash of the giants. Very lovely to see. Like I said, man, you get some GLA on GLA action. No one's gonna say I don't like that. Bunch of Scud Storms, right? What did I say, right? One guy steals one army, the other guy steals another army, because, you know, Hami has infantry. Yeah, it's just fun. It's cool stuff to see. The only thing is, we need to see Hami integrate some China technology in his attacks. It would really help. First thing that you want to get is an internet center. Let's see if we have an internet center out of Mr. Excal. It will help Excal the most get an internet center because Hami is not stealth general, so he can't camo net his buildings, right? So if you get an internet center, you can literally see where all the juicy targets are. Spy satellite of the internet center can reveal everything. What we see, he will see with that internet center, and he'll be like, oh, I can literally Scud Storm here, and I can kill the palace and market and the Scud Storm, and maybe even the CC, maybe even Dozer hunt this, right? And that's the kind of information that you would get by having an internet center. It's just a very pricey building. It's 2,500 bucks for the structure. Then you need to spend another 1,000 for the first satellite upgrade. Then another 2,500 for the second upgrade. So that's a total spending of 6,000 bucks. But it gets you the best targets. And that sometimes is priceless. Let's see. Quads pushing in with a load of buses. Purple, you first place, me second. The demo trap! Oh, boys! Oh, the demo trap! Ah, that's a gorgeous hit. That's a gorgeous hit. Look how excited the buggies are for that demo trap. Suicided going way too close to the buses. But that was a gorgeous hit. We need some angry mobs here, stat, to get rid of these buses. Very nice. That demo trap literally just saved this whole section of the map here. He's tricking you, by the way. It says green. Let's see. Scud Storm is going to fire here. Do we have Anthrax Beta? I can't actually tell, right? With Stealth General, you can't really tell. Let's see. It's going to be important that he has it, I think. He does have Anthrax Beta. Very good. Very good. That's going to deal that extra damage that's necessary. Palace still survives, but Excal level 5. We could see a sneak attack in the back, finishing things off. Let's have a look. Another Scud Storm ready to fire very soon. And if that goes directly on the command center, that might just be enough to kill it, I suspect. It's a Scud Storm deals insane damage, especially when it has the Anthrax upgrade. Where do we have it? Over here on the production. So Excal is gearing up to finish off Mr. Hami. That's what's happening here. He wants to completely finish him off. He wants to get rid of whatever he can, cut off the production, cut off the ability for Hami to produce units. It's a good idea too. Definitely a good idea. Look at this. There's no clear path to stop this, but we have another demo trap, boys. We have another demo trap. We might just activate. Well, let's see. Excal being absolutely ruthless. Huge losses here for Hami. And look at that KD as well. Always very fun when it's two armies that are roughly the same to keep an eye on that KD. KD is kill-death ratio, so it's how many units do you destroy before you lose a unit. So Excal destroys roughly 1.29 units before he loses one himself. So it's a bit more than 1 unit. That's good. Whereas Hami, slightly less than 1 unit, right? Again, it's just a fun little statistic. It's not indicative of too much. It's not, oh my god, you know, that means that this guy sucks or anything. It's not like that. It's just a cute little thing. Because, you know, 1 unit is 1 unit, right? So if you kill an RPG, that counts as 1 unit. If you kill an Overlord tank, it's still 1 unit. So, you know, it's just a fun little thing. Anthrax Bomb gets called in. I wonder if he's going to pair it with a sneak attack if it drops. Let's see. There's quite a few stinger sites out. And there's actually already a toxin tractor. Look at that. And there is, in fact, a sneak attack. There we go. Let's see. Hami did not go for Scud Launchers. If he did, he could have used some Scud Launchers to pop from here, instantly take out that sneak attack. It would have been one hell of a Fargo pop. But Excal recognizes there are no Scud Launchers, so he doesn't have this issue. Look at all the buses, man. Some evil Knievel things happening here. Buses flying. But yeah, one thing's for sure. Hami's not long for this world. The income per minute for Excal is also insane. And part of that is because of the cash bounty as well. In the meantime, we have a cute little Carnage, who does have Scud Launchers, who is starting to deal a bit of damage. And that's good, because he needs the XP. He's only level 2. He's also got not too many markets. But he's trying his best. He knows he needs money. The problem is this. There's so many Scud Storms out of Excal. If Excal just uses his ground army to take out Hami, he can use just the Scud Storms to take out Mr. Carnage here. But Carnage had been kind of weak all game long. He was struggling against Pablo in the very beginning. Then sort of struggling against Hami a little bit. Hami still has a general point as well. Like, literally, you have a general point, my friend. Get freaking Scud Launchers. Imagine a Scud Launcher pops from this tunnel. You can literally take out this whole army. Like, this front line. You can take it out. Ah, man. Such a pity. Buses coming in, destroying what's left. And it looks like the Dozer hunt might just be complete. Let's see, does he have China technology? He doesn't. Nothing over here. So yeah, Hami is basically done for. Hami is dropping rapidly in size. He's trying to hang on, but he's really having a hard time, man. He's still got 5k per minute somehow. He's getting mobs out. That is the perfect counter against buses. Because again, infantry have a lot of health against missiles. And the DPS of an angry mob is insane. So when they come close and start shooting, buses get shredded absolutely immediately. And it's a nice, easy way to clean it up. Angry mob only costs 800 bucks. Such a cheap unit. And a bus like this, 3,400 bucks, right? It's a huge difference in cash. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because Excal has the numbers. And we see that Demo Trap. Again, killing some stuff. Hey, nice. Yeah, it's just not looking good here for the players. Excal is just too ruthless. And Scudstorm firing away here. We do see Carnage in some trouble, though. He's trying to push back Mr. Excal, and he's having some success, because Excal is diverting a lot of attention to Hami at the top. He wants to get rid of Hami, but by not defending, by letting this slide, by letting this break down these sections of his base, it's a risky trade-off. It's very much a risky trade-off. Anthrax Bomb, look at that! Oh, look at that! Mr. Hami doing it. Gorgeous. Takes out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quads. I mean, that's 7 times 140 bucks. You know, that's what, 1k that he got, money-wise, from the Anthrax Bomb. Excal's not too happy. He's retaliating. He's like, that's it. You get a missile strike on you, buddy. You get a missile strike. Go straight for the markets and the palace. He wants to just deal some serious damage. He wants to be rid of Hami. He's like, Hami, you are a real thorn in my side. Enough. Die already. And Hami's like, sorry, dude. I just want to hang on and live. Sneak attack down below here from Excal. Green, I quit, you quit. Let's re... yeah, there's a small chance, very small chance for Carnage to take it. He needs a lot of successful engagements. Because now, here's the thing. The Scud missiles are coming, boys. They are coming. And there's no easy way for Carnage to deal with this. His base is small. His income might be alright-ish. His base is small. He does have the right units. He has the Scud launchers that can help and really take out a chunk of stuff. He's going for the economy, which is good. But these 3 freaking Scud Storms, they make a difference. Carnage's base is still small. Even if all this were to be taken out, even if Carnage was highly successful and destroyed all of this, there would still be a chance that would see a new base pop up right here. Look at this. Excal, he loses a market, he builds a market. He is not in a position where he's going to lose this. He's going to be successful. He's going to be winning this match. Carnage happily coming second place, I'm pretty sure. But there's no way he can hold back Excal in this situation. Excal has gotten an insane amount of points in this match. Insane, boys. Insane. Carnage is trying, but at the end of the day, resistance is futile. Because anything that Carnage kills will just get replaced by a new army, and that will get replaced by a new army, and that will get replaced by a new army. There's no way that Carnage will succeed unless he has 0 losses from these ground armies. And here's the thing, he's taking losses. On top of that, the super weapon timers are counting down. It is done. We see Internet Center here. He's only going for Spy Satellite level 1. That could be because he already sees enough of the map with his armies, because he's literally everywhere, so he doesn't really need to invest in Spy Satellite level 2. And that's my guess why we didn't see it. Anthrax Bomb, not exactly the best placement. I think he suspected it was going to come from the right side of the map, based on that placement. He's trying to hang on. I think he should know that at this point it's over. Maybe, yeah, there we go. He surrenders. Excal takes another victory here. Very well done here, Mr. Excal. He stole the China. He got the power. He came in with the ruthless attacks. We didn't see him use much China technology. He eventually got an internet center out. We didn't see any overlords mixed in, or any infernos, for example. Could have also helped destroy some buildings, or also get in those difficult situations. We didn't see MiGs or helixes. Excal was like, I don't need that. All I need is a good, powerful GLA ground army, and I'm gonna get myself the victory. And that's exactly what he did. Very well played there, Mr. Excal, with a very nice KD there to finish on. Look at that, 1.19. That is not easy to achieve, people. Not easy to achieve. With definitely towering above the others when it comes to income. towering above the others when it comes to buildings destroyed, as well as units destroyed. Look at that. He's literally got more than double the units destroyed of the runner-up, which is Hami over there. Insane, man. Insane. Gorgeous. Love it. All right, restart your game. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, can you believe it? We're already going to the final match of this evening. All the games have been super smooth, no crashes, no hiccups, no mismatches. I'm already in the final game. All right, guys, restart your game. We're gonna do match number 5. So, yeah, see you soon. All right, just telling the players in the voice chat, you know, leggy casually hopping in and out. But yeah, that's probably the playstyle that you guys were hoping to see. Mr. Excal being ruthless. Getting a lot of points. A lot of points. Oh, man. This is crazy. How many did he have before we started this? Like, legit, how many did the guy have? Who didn't he kill? Maybe that's the real question. Oh, my God. Is this the reason why you guys were hoping to see him in the free-for-all tournament? Download and install the map list. Oh man, crazy games, crazy games. So much action, man. So much action. It was at this moment, right, where Hami's like, "Hey, you want a piece?" Oh, those buses. The demo trap did a lot there. And you can see how ruthless Excal was with the buses. Here's a question for you strategists out there. Even for the viewers who are casual viewers, there are no wrong answers here, guys. There are no wrong answers here. But I'm just curious. You know, it's nice to have these kind of discussions. Do you think Hami not going for Scud launchers is what cost him the game? Right? I want to hear what you guys have to say in the chat. It'll be interesting to see what some of you say. I see Dark9 is in the chat. He's also a big free-for-all veteran who knows his thing. I don't know if Targaryen's in the chat. He always has a lot of interesting insight to give as well. But what do you guys think? Do you think it would have made a difference? A Scud launcher, right? A Scud launcher could have dealt with that sneak attack. Let me play that replay clip one more time of the sneak attack I'm talking about. Right? The question is, would Excal just have instantly adjusted to another one? Look, you see that tunnel, the yellow tunnel at the right. If that popped Scud launchers, it could have killed that sneak attack of the other one. Lol, I have it. I just checked. This one is without WPC 2021. Because with WPC 2021, it froze. Yeah, this. I'm not so sure. I'm pretty sure you don't have it. Just download it again. Because maybe somebody made a version 2. It's true. A custom version 2. That could cause issues. But yeah, what do you guys think of the playstyle there of Excal, right? Very ruthless. Very ruthless. Yeah, it was very interesting to see Raging K there as he was trying to hang on. That evac there of Apex with the Helix was very good. And definitely puts the Super Weapon General in a bind. And look at this. This was that beautiful moment, right? Look at that. Where he kills that dozer. For some reason, I just in my head, I'm sorry, man. I saw that dozer. I was like, it's already Excals. It wasn't yet. It took an extra minute. You know, when the colorblind activates, right? Glorious games, though. All right. Let's see. Does everyone have the map? I think we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, everyone's in the voice chat. Okay. Let me check some things here real quick. Oh, I got some messages. Game's over. Man, so good. Oh, I got the message from Mr. Bumtroll. Came in with the super chat about the Corsair Edge touchscreen thing. Yeah, I've seen these things, but they are so pricey and so tiny. Believe it or not, like when someone's live streaming, they need so much screen space. I don't know what other people have, but I have a 3-monitor setup with the main display being 4K, and then I have 2 side panels that are larger than 1440p each.
And even then, I'm just about with enough screen real estate. Just about enough. So a small little touchscreen is just not that useful. It needs to be much bigger. You know, most streamers also use a Stream Deck, which is a kind of like a numpad thing that you plug in with USB. But each button has its own display, and you can program it. So you can put a picture of whatever you want, and when you press it, something happens. So I got a button to mute the audio. I got a button to start the live stream, or a button to stop the live stream. And that's pretty fun stuff, man. That's pretty cool stuff. I guess you could do that with a big touchscreen as well. But, I mean, I guess I'm already set up in that sense. But, you know, it's always interesting to see what other streamers use as well. You know, live streaming is just this kind of, like, new thing, right? Everybody's just kind of winging it. So, and I mean, let's be honest, man. The fact that we can live stream these kind of games is so nice. Okay, we've been in lobby for a while now. Please restart your game. Just gonna tell the guys... just to be on the safe side again. I mean, let's be honest, man. We got to counter lucky stars. No issues. At all. Right? Isn't that absolutely lovely? Absolutely lovely. Oh, I got another message. We can... One second here, guys. Alright, just checking one thing real quick. But yeah, let's restart the game here. Go for the final match. Ladies and gents! How are you feeling, boys? How are you feeling? Everybody at home watching. Is set 3 living up to its reputation? Is it glorious? Is it fun? Are you excited for the finals? Because only the best 2 players are going to move on to the finals. So there's that, boys. There's that. Alright, let's see. Storming freaking Harvest, man. This map has a history, okay? Pro players hate it, okay? Now, why do the pro players hate it? It's a bit hard to tell from the map image, but, you know, those of you who study geography, you can see there's different layers, right? So this is all, like, grassy, but there are different layers. Yeah, well, I'll deal with that later. But yeah, so there's different layers, which means it's really difficult to build on this map. In many places, you just can't place down a structure. There's so many hills. The hills are also notorious for making the units bug out. So if you have a rocket buggy, you attack a Humvee that's standing on top of the hill, the rocket buggy doesn't have a clear line of sight. So in some cases, it's like, you know what, I'll drive to the very top of the hill, park myself right next to the enemy Humvee, and then fire my missiles. So you get stuff like that. Which means this map can be very frustrating for the pro players, where they just grab a big army and say charge, and then they just suicide into a whole load of defenses and things like that. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how the players play on this one. It's not that it's unfair. Okay, let me make that abundantly clear. It is that the players need to be aware of the playstyle. Playstyle has to be different. That's what it is, boys. That's what it is. Players got to be focused. And that's why it's a real nice and slightly nasty map to put at the very end, because the players will start to get exhausted, right? They start to get tired. They had already a lot of matches played with intensity up to 11, and now it's expected for their intensity to go up to 12. They got to pay attention to their units, and they're going to make sure that they are working correctly. That definitely gives an advantage to the defender. There's a defender's advantage where the attacker has a hard time moving his units. And, yeah, let's see where the game's gonna go. I see an Air Force there. Air Force will have a bit of an easier time in this map because it doesn't, you know, if it builds a load of air units, it doesn't really have issues flying over the hills. But look at this, right? Lovely terraced farm fields. But let's see. Let's first introduce the players and their armies. Raging K. Definitely with a nice amount of points there. Ready to move on to the finals with 12 points. Normal GLA. To the right of him, Apex as a nuke general. And on the right here, we have Frosty Fire as Toxin General. Down below, we have Carnage as normal GLA. And then we have Mr. Pablo, the Air Force. Let's see if he's gonna get himself... Did you... What? Am I seeing that? Did you go triple dozer build, Pablo? Is that a misclick? Did you go triple dozer build? Hang on. Wait, he's next to a GLA. What's the other guy over here? It is Excal as normal China. Interesting. We'll check in with Pablo in a bit here. On the left, we have Mr. Hummy, Demolition General. Okay, well, that's interesting. But yeah, so basically, look at this, right? So here, there's a height difference. This section has a height difference compared to this, right? And this section has a height difference compared to this here. And this has a height difference compared to this. So you have all these height differences, and that's what I mean with the defender's advantage. If the attackers don't have a clear line of sight, they will move extra close. So base defenses can work really nicely. We see already a rush coming in from Excal. Misses the target, misses the workers. But it's clear, Excaliburs are rushing to the left. This is crazy. I've never seen Pablo go for a triple dozer build. I'm not sure if that was a misclick, guys. I'll be very curious. Very curious. He sent Dozer to the middle here, but he's not building a supply. He's low on cash. I think he's gone for the capture building upgrade. He's already built 2 supplies here. In the meantime, there's a rush coming up top. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that is very unfortunate there for Mr. Raging K. Very unfortunate. Ooh, didn't deal any damage. I have to say, excellent plays here from Mr. Apex. He knows what he's doing here. And he's coming in with a flamer. This is going to be pretty bad here for Raging K, who has a lot of points. In the meantime, though, we do have something coming up top, and it is Mr. Frosty Fire, who also wants to get some XP. Screw this lag, says Hummy, and surrenders. Gives 3 points to Excal just like that. Look at that, boys. Look at that. Not something we expected so quickly. But here we are. Lag doesn't seem to be too bad. Latency of 20. The average latency seems to be around 22. But yeah, these players are 1v1 players. They're used to a latency of 10. So they will have a bit of a disadvantage in that sense that they're just not used to it. All players play with the same latency, the same amount of lag. But if you're just not used to playing with lag, then you're going to mismicro your units, and I can understand the frustration. Interestingly enough here, Apex getting rushed again, this time by Frosty, and it's a very successful rush indeed. Double scrap technical here is basically already over. Apex has nothing, doesn't have a dozer either. And now he has to deal with Raging K here as well. I'm not sure if this counts as a 2v1 of Raging K and Frosty taking him out, or whether it is a clean kill for Frosty. I'll let the judge, my confidant, who's handing out the points, I'll let him decide. Let's see what's happening over here down below. We have Mr. Pablo with the triple dozer build. He's getting some defenses up. He's surprised he's still alive, and I'm surprised he hasn't taken any of the money over here or over here. Thanks for the invite, RVB, cheers for that. And that is Apex out. Look at that, boys. Frosty, nice and aggressive. And I'm sure he's very happy. What an unfortunate set. Yeah, it can happen, man. It can happen. GG's, you played well. He did. It's just tough when you are doing a good job and then suddenly you get rushed from the other side. It can happen. Good luck with the rest of the stream, and let's hope the LAN will go better, says Mr. Apex. Because yes, I am going to be seeing him live in the flesh at the LAN event. Don't you feel the lag right now? It seems okay. Seems okay. Latency of 22. But, you know, I mean... yeah, it happens. Good luck. Cheers. Yeah, because we do have an amazing LAN event coming up. Some of you guys may have seen the pop-up. At least there should have been a pop-up saying there's going to be a LAN event. I'm going to be there too. You guys should be too. You guys should come meet me, you know, shake my hand, slap my face. I don't know, something. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. Share a beer, share a coffee, some cake, some pizza. You know, it's going to be fun. And some of the players who are here will actually be coming as well. So Apex is also one of those players. I think Hummy is also coming. So you guys should check it out, man. The information for the LAN event is on community-outpost.com. There's a link in the description as well. It's a lot of fun, guys. It's a lot of fun every year. And we will live stream the whole event as well. So, you know, there's that. You should totally check it out. Let's see. Apex is eliminated, and we have Excal kinda in a bit of trouble here. He does have a command center, and he does have this left side. He's trying to get his MiGs online, and it looks like he was missing an airfield for a minute there. Let's see. I'm surprised at Pablo. Pablo has been gifted this holy grail of an opportunity, and he just didn't quite take it. Only now he's taken the money, and he's now getting punished by Excal, right? If he did this sooner, if he took this money sooner, it would have absolutely helped him so much. He would have ballooned, boys. He would have ballooned, especially as an Air Force. If he were just to get Comanche, he could have absolutely messed up the normal China that is Excal. But right now, Excal's still in it, and Excal is looking rather healthy as well. The MiGs also work very nicely against Stealth Comanche, for those of you wondering. So when you get countermeasures for your air units, it actually gives aircraft armor as well. But it only gives 10% armor against MiG missiles. Only 10%, as opposed to 33% against, like, GATs and quads. Command center going up. Yeah, this is definitely a good idea there, buddy. before Excal somehow worms his way to level 3 and carpet bombs you. Yes. Pablo realizing that maybe he's no longer in the great position he was in, especially now because we have Mr. Green coming in. Carnage with a push. And he's going to see these scaffolds, man. He's going to be like, oh, wait a minute. I see a command center being built and a strat center being built. Dozers right next to each other. Well, this is easy. Pablo, man. He played really well, really strong in the Swamp Assault game. Really powerful plays. But here, I don't know, man. He had some opportunities. He didn't fully utilize them. Yes, he's in a 2v1 now, and that is always basically like a death sentence at this stage in the game. When you are not big, when you are not in the position of like Excal, where you have 2 islands, if you then get into a 2v1, if you're 1 island, it's done. It's over. You've got to push on the left-hand side. Gats coming in with tank hunters. Carnage has dealt basically all the damage so far, though, taking out the dozers, dealing some good damage. But, yeah, the Gats here. Final nail in the coffin as well. Look at this. Carnage probably like, oh, you're here too, Mr. Purple. Yes, he's here too. Lucas in Twitch chat says, I don't stream, but I run 4 screens. Yeah, man, screen real estate is so nice to have. Just to see everything. Like at work, I have a single extra display. So I have a laptop with a single extra display, and I'm like, I need my 3rd screen now. Once you get used to it, you just don't want to go back, right? Let's see. Raging K has got a nice army of Scorps with a few quads. And Frosty has got some Toxin buses. He doesn't have Anthrax Gamma yet, though. Definitely needs to get this upgrade because it... Oh, there we go. It kicks in. Because it increases the DPS a lot of the Toxin RPGs. Like 33% increased damage. Really nice to have. Yeah, let's see what's happening here. Well, I mean, Pablo is dozer hunted, has a scaffold. He might be dead. That is the end of Mr. Pablo. He definitely entertained us tonight. Put on a good show. I feel like over here he could have done more in this situation. He's probably going to look back and be like, oh, I should have done this, should have done that. And it could also be just because it's a new map, 2v1. Yeah, it's true. GG's. Thanks for playing. It could be that he just kind of didn't expect there to be money here. It might be a map that he's not familiar with. So all those things come into it. But I have to say, triple dozer build, very interesting. So I'm curious. I'll ask him if it was on purpose. Triple dozer build. But let's see. We have Mr. Sketch coming in with a raid. Hey, thank you very much, Mr. Sketch. Welcome, everyone. We are watching some free-for-all players fight each other to the death. This is the final match of set 3 of the Free-for-all Wars Tournament with $1,000 prize money. Real-life dollars, buckaroos. So, of course, these players are going to give it their all. So far, a couple players have died already. We got a dead Hummy, a dead Apex, and a dead Pablo. So the game is starting to take shape where the strong players are emerging. Carnage over here is actually pretty decent in size. 12k per minute. Actually higher than all the other players. But he sort of lacks the XP. He needs XP. If you look at Excal here, level 4. He's already killed a lot more stuff. Frosty's level 3 as well. Raging K only level 2. Those general powers, man, they can make a difference. Frosty still has suspenders points, though. You see Jarman moving in. I have a feeling he's going to try and snatch a dozer here. With that Jarman. Walking through the bushes. And if he manages to steal a dozer, he could take this one, actually. Look at this. He's going straight for it. I'm not sure if that's by accident. Could be. There are MiGs out, though. The MiGs could retarget on the dozer right away. Doesn't do that. Captures a dozer. Do we see the China CC scaffold? Yes, we do. China CC scaffold created. We see power scaffold as well somewhere. He's probably trying. Yeah, here we go. He's getting a powered scaffold. And there we go. The worker with the magic hammer starts building the Chinese buildings just because the scaffold has been placed down by the China dozer. Very good. Carnage gonna have himself some power, which is gonna double his production rate, which will help so much. Really, in this situation, that's what you want. So Carnage is gonna be a happy man that he's got that. That being said, though, he's still in trouble. Excal is pushing back quite nicely as a normal China. Excal now trying to focus on secondary economy as well. Look at that. He's got an internet center ready. And Excal's got good defense in many places here. No chain gun upgrade, but it could be argued he doesn't really need it yet. Because there's no one who... there's no real chance for air units in this game. Well, I guess actually this guy now, Carnage, he could build his own MiGs if he wants to. Let's see, supply truck. Ooh, look at that. Preemptive carpet bomber. That's going to be gorgeous. Where's this carpet bomber coming in from? Over here. Oh, is that actually on target? Oh my god, look at that! Preemptively dropping the carpet bomber, taking out everything, the whole army, apart from this quad that then gets scorched by the MiGs. Oh my god, man. Now, this is what we like, right? The pro plays. Look at that, man. The carpet bomber can be called in for free, takes out a whole army. Gorgeous. And it was such a risky placement as well. It was so preemptive. There were no units there when he placed it down. And it wasn't exactly clear whether Carnage was going to attack over there. But he guessed correctly. Let's see, Frosty Fire here, the Toxin General, is like, you know what? Let me just get really rich. Greenpeace. I didn't expect this. Didn't expect this. You know, Carnage probably should take that. Shaolin in Twitch says, this map is nice. Yeah, it's cool, right? It's different. It's different. That's why it's fun to throw it in a free-for-all challenge or a free-for-all tournament. Because the players have to adapt. Scud launcher here. That's what we like, man. This is a difference between someone like Carnage, who is way more versed in free-for-all compared to 1v1s. He knows the power of a Scud launcher. He knows how to use it. And he's getting the kills in. So just like how we saw a beautiful carpet bomb taking out the army of Carnage, Carnage knows how to use a Scud launcher to get a beautiful strike to take out a chunk of units of Purple. Purple said, do you want a piece? Carnage says no. I think Carnage realizes that now that he has power, he should be able to overthrow the China player Excal. Excal's supplies are running dry, only around 800 bucks left over here. This other supply is dried up. On the left, this supply is only with 2k, and this one is dried up. So once those supplies dry up, as well as this, which only has 3,000 left, once that's all dried up, you know what's going to happen, boys? Carnage is going to be in a great position, because he's going to have quite a bit of economy, and he will be able to give a nice attack over here and destroy a big chunk of Excal's base and come close and actually take him out. In the meantime, the other two GLAs up here are just like, yeah, we're not fighting. We keep dying. And ooh, looks like another person stole an army. And it has to be the China, because there are no other armies to see. And what is this? It's the same over here. Did they take it from each other? Did they steal the same dozer? I think they stole the same dozer. That's pretty funny, man. That's pretty funny. Now, this absolutely changes the nature of the game, where all the GLAs have China technology, right? The power is very useful because you have that increased production speed as well as the fast building time, right? It makes such a difference. But you also have internet centers, which means that super weapons will be able to deal way more damage. Because you can find all the juicy targets. Hitting the market and the power. I think the plan here is to hit the power, not really do anything else. And this is the thing. This is what I'm talking about. Because of the hill, the carpet bomber behaved slightly differently and missed the target. Didn't actually kill it. Let's see. Scud launchers continuing to harass Excal here. And Excal has to try and hang on with freaking MiGs against these Scud launchers. There's no easy way for him to kill it. That's why I'm saying it's so great to see Carnage shine right here with the Scud launchers. With enough quads and enough Scud launchers, Carnage can just win it versus Excal. Especially when the money runs dry. And look, now the supplies are empty. Eh? Now they're empty. We have a lot of hackers, though. And that's all fun and games. But eventually, there's going to be an anthrax bomb. And it's going to be placed right freaking here. And it's going to kill all those hackers. We could also see some MiGs being used to kill the hackers. Here, let's see. This is a typical Excal move. Just going in with a whole load of dragon tanks because it's successful in the attack. But Scud launcher, free kill. Right? Let's see. Down below, we also have a push. More dragon tanks. Well, let's see what the other GLAs are doing. They are just chilling, man. They are just chilling. They're just growing their economy, growing their empire. Oh, wait a minute. No, they are having some light battles. And again, Scud launchers. This time, Raging K, who also has quite a history with free-for-all. Fun fact, I think Raging K was one of the first players that actually was featured on this YouTube channel back in 2017. Yeah, back in 2017. On the first live stream. He was actually there under a different name, but it was him. So you could tell this guy's been around, man. He's been around, and he knows how to use certain units. That being said, Frosty Fire, the Toxin General, is no joke either. These are all very good players. Zeppius in Twitch says, wait, we can slap your face? Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, you probably. I have to see if I could dodge in time, right? Buses are moving in. Look at that. Toxin General buses. That's where the army advantage comes in for the Toxin General, because that DPS is insane. But look at this. Raging K has been preparing for this moment. So many rocket buggies. And that's going to make it hard to push. Very hard to push. Angry mobs coming in as well, shattering those buses. Gorgeous plays. So nice. Both players utilizing their advantages. Both players preparing for what the other one is going to throw at them. And the interesting thing is both actually have mixed success. There is a bit of a push here that has dealt some damage from Orange, but at the same time, Raging K, holding like a champ, has to be said. Also, nice to see the toxin shells being used here. And there's that Scud Launcher hit. Takes out 3 quads just like that. This freaking Scud Launcher in the back makes such a difference. And the reason we're not going to see Scud Launchers from Frosty Fire, the Toxin General here, Mr. Orange, is because the Toxin General Scud Launcher is just so much weaker. But one thing's for sure, Raging K has a lot of points. He wants to make sure Frosty is not going to take his place in reaching the finals. So both of these guys fighting tooth and nail. They want to kill the other one. Because if Raging K kills Frosty, Raging K is definitely going to the finals. In the meantime, Excal is trying something, because he has to do something, as normal China is coming in with a very big Helix attack, but Carnage has been preparing very nicely. Look at that. Will this attack succeed? So far, limited success, and only a few Bunker Elixers remain. Only one, in fact. Now, one Bunker Elixir on its own can still deal a lot of damage, but definitely being cornered off here. There's a lot of tunnels. He could just pop from the tunnels and get rid of this Helix quite easily. He's not doing that. He's got a tunnel network right here. Why doesn't he pop from the tunnel? He has to use the teleportation system of GLA. It's literally right here next to a tunnel. Oh, okay. He's got Helix. I mean, he's got Mix. That also works, right? So yeah, you can see Carnage is definitely managing to beat back Mr. Excal. There's a random quad. Dude, just please move it forward. Take out the hackers, man. Make it happen. You have such an opportunity to cut off a chunk of this guy's economy. And instead, he's just kind of like, no, he's going to lose it. No, it's a Vet 3 quad. It's so precious. It dies. Nope, it doesn't die. It somehow survives. And because it's Vet 3, it will auto-heal. Very useful. Very nice. But yeah, we can see Excal is definitely having a bit of a hard time. He's doing what he can, though. He is pushing back. And even a few markets being lost here. Hey, man, that's still 1.2k per minute worth of loss. You know, losing 2 black markets. It's a painful arty. In the meantime, though, the GLAs are just kind of staring at each other, giving each other, like, nasty looks. Saying, like, you know, you're ugly. And the other guy saying, well, yeah, your mother. And things like that. It's just... They're too scared to go head-on because they recognize that it's nearly impossible to kill one another. They're both very well dug in. So you need an insane attacking army to really impact and make a difference. Let's see, we have the China technology here. It doesn't seem to be utilized. We don't see Scud Storms. We don't see an internet center. We have a war factory out. Finally, we have an internet center. Let's see what's happening here with Mr. Frosty. Frosty over here, the Orange Toxin General. What's he cooking up? He's getting more buses. Now, Frosty is level 5. Raging K is not. So I expect to see a very dangerous sneak attack, probably paired with a nice frontal assault. In fact, I hear a sneak attack. I'm not seeing a sneak attack. Where's sneak attack? Where's that Carnage's sneak attack? It's Carnage's sneak attack! Going in for Mr. Excal! And Excal might not be ready for this, and might be in a world of trouble. It looks like Carnage is going to be in a position to take out Mr. Excal. In the meantime, we do in fact see a sneak attack. The worst placement! What is this placement, dude? What is it? He's still popping. He doesn't care. Frosty, being absolutely ruthless, does not care. Popping right where all the defenses are. And somehow, with that firepower of the buses, is hanging on, holding on. Dealing good damage. The Anthrax bomb has just been cleared with the toxin shells of the Scorpions, and this is what I'm talking about. Frosty Fire is coming in, taking out the GLA, that is Raging K, the one leading with 12 points. If he dies right now, there might be a tie in points, and it might still be Frosty Fire who's going to take it and who's going to go to the finals. This is so clutch, man. This is so crazy. Raging K, so close. Letting it slip through his fingers, the ability to reach the finals. He needs to find a way to kill off Mr. Frosty Fire, but he's really struggling. Those buses dealt insane damage, taking out a chunk of the economy, taking out a chunk of the defenses, opening up the way for a second attack, a second sneak attack. And a sneak attack, you can use that thing every few minutes. The countdown timer is very short, so the next one will probably come here and then finish off the player. Anthrax Bomb coming in this time from Mr. Raging K to try and kill off these quads that are so difficult to kill. Let's see what's happening down below. It looks like the hackers have in fact been killed. Look at that. Gorgeous. A Vet 3 quad shredding them hackers. And this is the thing. Carnage knew he could win. He could win against Purple. That's why he didn't want to accept the peace. He's like, I can kill you, dude. I know I can. You will run out of money, and I will get you. Right now, Excal, shell of a man, doesn't have much. He's running away with a dozer. He's losing the command center. We have Migs as well from Carnage, right? And he is getting himself ready to take out the player that is Excal. Excal is still here with the Redgar. Oil refinery. It's not really going to do much. Dozer is being chased down. Is that the dozer hunt? Ladies and gentlemen, I say yes. Yes, it is. That is Excal basically eliminated here, taken out by Carnage. Very well done. And now we wait and see what happens at the top of the map. What happens here? Is Frosty going to recognize that he's going to have a problem with Carnage? Is he going to say, hey man, Raging K, I need you to stop green or we're both going to die? And then none of us might reach the finals. Okay, no, one of them, right? Or is he going to continue and try and take out Mr. Raging K? Let's see. Excal is not long for this world. He's got one war factory, one airfield, and what, a couple oils at best? That's it. Oil is going to be taken here for sure. And one thing's for sure, Carnage is already looking to the next stage of the game. Look at this. He's building the Scud Storms. He's building an internet center as well. He wants to get the spy satellite. He wants to see where to fire those Scud Storms. He wants to know who's definitely worth attacking. Is the Scud Storm going to go here on Orange? Is it going to be on Frosty? Or should it go on Cyan? He doesn't know who's bigger. But with an internet center, he will know. Sneak attack comes here. Looks like it got denied there very quickly. But there's basically nothing left here for Excal. The only thing that really needs to happen is take out these two buildings or these two buildings. Either you take out the guy's economy or his production. And then he's dead. 100%. Nothing he can do. In the meantime, Raging K is suffering. And he's getting his production camped. He's losing bit by bit. He's trying to rebuild over here in the middle. He has a worker. The question is, where's this game going to go? He could try and rebuild. But one thing needs to happen. Excal needs to die. Once Excal dies, it could make Orange freak out a little bit, because these Scud Storms are probably all going to go on Orange. And there is a chance that Raging K will be left alone. And he has a chance to rebuild. He doesn't have much money. He doesn't have much income. But he still has a bit of a base. War factory is destroyed. All that's left now is the airfield. Let's see what Carnage is cooking up. It might be a good idea for Carnage not to take out Excal at this stage, right? Because if Excal doesn't die... I mean, Excal's dead, right? I mean, let's be honest. One airfield can't really do anything, even if you have income, right? And I mean, it's one oil, so... I don't know. Personally, I would say in this situation that Excal's dead. But it's not up to me. It's up to the person who's judging the points to decide. And over here, we can see that, yeah, he's still producing units, Mr. Raging K. He's still in it. He's still alive. But at this point, it might be worth for Carnage to let this guy live. Don't take him out. Because if the players get a notification, oh, you know, Purple has been defeated, then Orange might be like, wait a minute, where are the Scud Storms gonna go? You might see a reaction. Now, seeing how Frosty has been playing this very cleverly, pretty sure Frosty is gonna be deterred to take out Raging K. Very important for him to do that. But let's see. Airfield under threat. Big's getting destroyed. And that's it. Excal is no more. Taken out by Carnage. And it all came down to this. Stealing the China technology. Having the power. So he could build units faster. Build structures faster. Airfield destroyed. That's it. Excal out. Eliminated. Before Raging K. Raging K is in a world of trouble, though. I think now he's starting to lose his last workers. He's still got a couple. He still technically has some income, some production, but it's all getting camped right now. Excal has literally just a power plant. I have to say, we're in for one hell of a treat. Because it's going to be orange versus green. And I think Raging K needs to be careful. GG's. Congrats. I think Raging K needs to be careful to keep that worker alive. And yeah, Excal played great here. Still has 20 points. No way can Frosty reach 20. to knock this guy off or this guy. So it's guaranteed that Excal is going to reach the finals here. He's got 20 points. The question is, who is the second player who's going to reach the finals? Frosty or Raging K? I think the guy... Is he worker hunted? No, he still has a CC. He still has a few workers. Does he have any income? It says 1.4k. And I hear an Anthrax bomb, and that's over here, boys. And the Scout Storms are ready to fire. I want to know, your internet center, he doesn't have second spy satellite. But he is firing the Scuds. He's doing it, boys. He's doing it. Prepare for Armageddon, fellas. As the Scuds are coming in. They're going. And where are they going to go? There's an Anthrax bomb coming in there from Frosty Fire, and it is on the economy. Oh my god. Everything must go. Look at the damage being done here. This is insane, man. This is insane. Just like that, a chunk of the economy gone, and a very clever sneak attack over here. And this is what I said. If Raging K can just hang on, if he can just hang on, Orange has no choice. He has to react and attack Carnage. Because Carnage will do exactly this. And over here, Raging K still has a worker. He still somehow has income. I think he's got an oil somewhere. There's just no other way I can see him having money. It's just... Where's your money at, bro? Like, I don't know. Does he have a market I don't see or something? Where's your income? Where is it? 1k per minute. It must be an oil. I'm not seeing a dot on the map. Yeah, it's all destroyed, all the oils. Or is it literally cash bounty that's keeping him in the game? That could be. That could be. Now, Frosty cleaned this up very nicely. And like I said, Frosty is a very good player as well. But now Frosty has to react. He cannot ignore the size of green. So either he's going to do one of the following. Either he's going to just figure out that he's going to die and be like, hey, man, I got no choice. Like, I'm dead. And he's going to go and finish off Raging K and then surrender. Or he's going to take on the challenge and be like, all right, I got to focus on you now. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to come first place. Thing is this, with this many Scud Storms, it is very scary. Very scary. And Carnage is very big. 26k per minute versus the 12k per minute. But it is clear. Frosty is like, I almost got Raging K. I almost got him killed. I'll go in for the kill here. That's what he's doing. Taking out whatever he can find. Raging K has so little. I'm wondering if he's worker hunted at this stage. Let's see. He's got one worker. One worker and a dream, fellas. I'm just wondering where he's getting the income from. And oh, we have a disconnection. Yikes. Yikes. Wait, please. Please wait for the player to come back. Well, either way, I would say that it's basically already a determined game here. I'm sure the judge will agree with me here that we can see the relentless pursuit here of Orange. So we have a few Scud launchers in the tunnel. That's basically the contents of the tunnel. There's a single worker over here, right? So it looks pretty clear that this is going to be a kill for Frosty. Whereas over here, we got the Scud Storms ready. We already see Green, Mr. Carnage, coming in with a push over here. So even though this person is disconnecting, I don't know what the judge is going to say. I will tell you guys once he tells me what he decides. But to me, it looks like it's going to be a kill for Frosty. Frosty on Raging K, and Raging K comes third place, Frosty second place, and that would be a kill for yeah, because look, he's out, man, he's out. Yeah, let's see, right? Let's see what the judge is gonna decide, and the guy surrenders, and that is a very nice victory for Carnage, who would then also, by default, get the player kill on Frosty. I think Frosty was not in a position to actually push back Carnage. Carnage was too big, had an insane economy, had the super weapons, had 2 armies, and, you know, already huge chunks of the base destroyed, eradicated by the Scud Storm. So there is that. Oh, man. Lovely matches. Lovely games. Absolutely well played there. But yeah, I'm glad the disconnection of the player happened right around now. When it's clear cut. Not 10 minutes ago. So we were blessed by the 0-hour gods, but look at the money difference, man. Towards the end there, like, Carnage, the green player, was just flying off to insane amounts of income compared to the other players. Raging K had nothing left there. Still a lot of units destroyed. Very well played there. Look how close all the units destroyed are for the 4 players here. So a very good hold from Excal. But inevitably, the China is going to lose it to the GLA with power. The use of Scud launchers was very well done by Carnage. The use of MiGs was well done because they also helped take out the Helix as well. So yeah, I have to say, very well played there. And let us see what the score is gonna be, ladies and gentlemen. I was just gonna say GG's, thanks for the games. And let me check what the judge has decided. He has said, they are tied, Frosty and Raging K. But Raging K has 2 wins. 1v1 would be fun. Yeah, but we're not doing a 1v1. Yeah, but we're not doing a 1v1. Check the rules. So the rules are... let me read this out to you guys. So there is in fact a tie in the points. So Frosty Fire and Raging K. So the points, let me see if I can update it for you guys. Yeah, does this update it? It updates it. Nice. Let me check the rules there real quick. Because I'm pretty sure that it has to do with how the player performed in the first match. And that is just to try and find another mechanic to try and keep things a little more fair. But don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to read this and check this right now. Let me see. There are a lot of rules, but I want to make sure I get this right. It doesn't say anything of a 1v1. Okay, let me see. Oh, it would have been fun. Okay. So, okay, thank you. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, the points are ready. Everything is concluded. Ladies and gentlemen, I can announce the winners. The winner of this evening, with quite a significant margin, Mr. Excal, of course, as a lot of you guys suspected. But who is the one who's passing on to the finals? It's Raging K, who has done better in the first match. And that is how the rules are deciding this, because there's no clean way to do this. If some of you are like, I want to see a 1v1. No, because if you have Excal versus Pablo, for example, it just wouldn't be a fair deal. So this is an extra measure that was added in the rules. So the winner going to the finals is Raging K, who played phenomenally tonight. All the players did. So very well played to the players. But people, don't go anywhere, because I've got a couple of announcements to make. Very quick ones. One is, are you coming to the real-life LAN event in Leiden in the Netherlands and coming to meet me and all the other players and all the good stuff that's going to be happening? There's going to be a tournament happening, a free-for-all tournament similar to this one, where we're going to try and make it anonymous. It will be fun, right? But then in a LAN situation. So, you know, you don't know who you're playing on the battlefield, but you're all kind of sitting next to each other. And we're going to, of course, stream that as well. Live stream the whole event. So if you want, I highly suggest you check it out, because it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to be there. A lot of famous people are going to be there. Also, a lot of people who are working on the community patch have confirmed that they are coming. So if you want to have a chat with those guys, if you want to get the latest information, then hey, man, come, show up. We're probably going to do some interviews with them as well. And the vibes are always great, man. There's always pizza. There's always beer. There's always teas and coffees and cakes. We have a great time. And there's also a fun little thing happening in the city. So, you know, if you want to bring the missus, there are actually a few things to do. That's not only just, you know, generals. But, you know, it's fun. It's fun. You can just come out and hang out. It's fun. Of course, there's a lot of LAN games happening and just activity like that. And it's not only 0 hour, like some people play some other LAN games together that they enjoy. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. So check out community-outpost.com for more information on the event, for Outpost Live LAN event. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, we now have all the finalists, right? We have finished set 3. We had set 1, set 2, set 3. If you want to check out the other sets, then yeah, I really recommend you do so. They were all played very differently, right? You can see this one, there was more aggression. There was also more chat, which was interesting, but it didn't go over the top. It was still fun. It was still enjoyable, right? And now we're going to have the finals. We're going to have a chat with the players, the finalists, and we're going to plan it and see where and when we're going to play it. My guess is it's probably going to be at least a week. Bare minimum is going to be next week, Friday. But let's see where it's going to go. Because at the end of the day, we're all adults. We all have lives. We've got to plan things. And that's why this set 3, took so long to plan. Because we actually had to replace some of the people. Because it just, schedule-wise, just didn't quite work out. Which is very unfortunate. But sometimes we've got to make these decisions. So, yeah, it can happen. But the finalists, all of them are going to play, fellas. All of them are going to play. We're going to find a way to make it happen, no matter what. So, you know, stay tuned. Keep up to date. You can join the Community Outpost Discord as well, which is just the Discord link in the description. And you can keep up to date with this tournament, the Free-for-All Wars Tournament, but also the LAN event. But yeah, if you want to follow the LAN event and see it being broadcasted, it won't be broadcasted on this channel. It'll be broadcasted on the Community Outpost channel, which is a Twitch channel and a YouTube channel, just like, you know, this Legionnaire General's channel is a Twitch and a YouTube channel. So yeah, make sure you start being subscribed for that, because in October, 3rd, 4th, 5th October, that's when it's all going to break loose. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, hopefully I will catch you guys then. I want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of this tournament, Mr. Wild Communist, putting up $1,000 for this Free-for-All Wars tournament. I want to give a big shout out to Mr. RVB, who's been working relentlessly and tirelessly to set this up and get this tournament going and underway as well. Like I said, having all these adults and planning this, not easy, fellas, not easy. So let's see some Wild Communist +++, some RVB +++ in the chat to show your support. And of course, cheer on your favorite player. Who impressed you the most? The players always love reading that kind of stuff, guys. They love it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna be it for tonight. Hope you guys had a good time. I sure did. Man, some great freaking matches. And hopefully I will see you guys again next time. This will be Legionnaire signing off. Good night, everybody. And see ya!